Should really run away now before my
is
friend's done.
is Scrapwall open to travelers?
Of course it is. You just go through the front entrance.
Wonderful.
Well, of
Zara,
course, you have to say why you are there, and if they suspect you of being someone they don't want in Scrapwall, then you're screwed, but generally, sure.
What if we kill those people?
actually, I have a better idea. You've proven to be useless. Why don't we go introduce ourselves to this Marrow and say that we've taken the fortress? Maybe get a bit more out of it than what you'll be getting down there.
We can bring his head as proof.
I don't think his head will be proof that we've taken the fortress.
No, but we killed the group that went here to get the fortress.
All of their heads.
Look over at the
I'm
Crusaders.
pretty sure that we could just find those wherever we go. These Smilers seem rather pathetic, all things told.
Yep.
They can't even form words properly.
Oh.
Toppling the Lords of Rust seems to be something we could do.
Yeah, they don't seem to be up to anything good.
I'm not talking about... Zarin says, never mind.
Frowns says, that was awkward.
Toppling the Lords of Rust, you... Sure.
I mean, before you mentioned people unwanted in a scrap wall, what kind of people are unwanted there?
Oh, anyone who they think would make trouble, of course.
Like?
You know, Crusaders, Technic League agents, those people.
How about mysterious travelers?
With lots
Well,
of
that
money to
depends
spend.
on whether they like your face or not, and I don't think they would.
I don't see why you would say that.
A single tear rolls down Rother's cheek.
Nah, front gate is manned by the Steelhawks. They used to be big deals, but now they're just petty. Especially to newcomers.
Are the Steelhawks that tough?
Oh, they used to be, until the Lords of Rust dominated them completely. They've given the leadership of them to some other dude that came from, well, some other gang.
Seems like we should kill them for their trouble.
Well, I think I've asked all I wanted to ask of this guy.
Yes, we should let the captain
Crusaders.
keep his prisoners like we did back at Torch.
Well, what I wanted to try and do was worm a way out through which we could gain the secret Smiler undoubtable access passageway dungeon to avoid the front gate, but that pretty much got shut down, so I'm not going to pursue that.
Oh. I actually had no idea that was what you wanted to do.
Meaning?
Well, when you put it like that, it's off the stalk.
Well, Sean will call over the Crusaders that the prisoners theirs if they want them. He's kind of down with them.
Captain will walk over.
The trial will be long, I'm sure, but
Oh, we're hardly the kind for trials.
oh.
Crusaders.
Crusade.
Of course, I am in your debt, so if you wish to provide your opinion on how we should deal with this person, then feel free, although
Oh no, I really don't care.
I think there's very little discussion necessary.
Yeah, no, it's.
Jury of his peers.
Can I get a little pick me up, Professor? If you have
Sure.
any left.
He does
I don't have any spells left, but there's
No.
the trauma kit.
Nah, don't bother.
squeeze him like a lemon.
Squeeze them like a
Ugh.
lemon.
Rooms are not super promising, but it's incredibly dirty in here, actually.
Yeah, it is. It is horrible. Look at this.
Maybe I will just sleep in the guardhouse. I could like sleep over here. No, that's not terrible.
Grab my manacles back.
At least then, if someone comes to play with the winch in here, I can.
I'll yeah, if there's no clean room to be had, I guess I'll just set up my tent in the courtyard.
Same.
Actually, maybe I should go into this one instead. Because if someone crawls over the wall to open the gate at night, he will not slit my throat before he does so. Yeah, that looks much better. Ah, perfect.
Tuck yourself in a little cubbyhole stairwell.
He made a nest in there. We haven't seen him for weeks. He's somewhere
Anytime
in
we
there.
try to enter, he just makes bird calls and we leave.
or he hisses. It's very strange.
I don't have a tent.
You don't?
No.
Do
Okay.
you want my small-sized hammock?
No, I have a bedroll. I just don't have a tent.
Yeah, same here. Just gonna. I guess this is the place to use a bedroll in.
Come on, donkey.
Yep.
Yeah. The floor looks rather dirty. My bedroll is also very dirty because I was sleeping on the dirt for the last.
Just this. Oh,
I don't have a tent. I don't have a bedroll either. I don't see where the judgment's coming from.
Yeah. Zarin doesn't sleep.
Bam!
that's because he's a machine.
Oh. Look at him.
As
Also,
Chandala is setting up her tent, she does get approached by the captain once more. She says, listen, I'm somewhat embarrassed because we are obviously in your debt and we have little else left over to pay you back apart from hospitality and perhaps a few supplies. But if you are planning something dangerous in Scrapwall, I would offer my services at least.
She sort of frowns, looks at him up and down, but Captain, aren't you needed here in the fortress?
Oh, my other 3 companions can take care of the fortress. They, too, feel the same way, I think. I'm not sure how much help I could be, especially if you wish to be rather more subtle about things, but I know how to use a scimitar.
They did say that Crusaders wasn't very well liked in Scrapwall. They might just attack us if you come along, Captain.
You know, you'd have to just basically like all of his numerous emblems of Sarenrae would have to be hidden until we got past the front gate.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, like if they were openly like revealed, like on his armor or whatever, then that would certainly attract attention.
And no, like, for the dawn, mother.
It'd also be a pretty like stiff like declaration of like, don't think they'd be carrying around like someone of Sarenrae unless this was their intent. It would be hard to build our gang and get rep, man.
That's true.
Yeah.
Leave him here and then be like, if we need you, we'll come and ask for it.
We send a signal. We have a beacon. No, we don't
A
actually.
smoke signal.
We have that emergency beacon.
Flare.
We sold
We
it.
don't.
Oh, yeah,
It's
we
sold.
saw, yeah, we saw.
Well, who knows?
Unfortunate. He had the only
Yeah.
receiver. Should be like a bat signal. Yeah, no. Shana will probably say thank you, but no thanks, I guess. They will remember this kindness and this offer in the future. They might come back to seek his aid if things go really bad in Scrapwall.
Like level 15, we're like, we need you.
Then he's like level 20 because he's a crusader.
Well,
That's not
me
reasonable.
and my companions will be up for whatever you ask of us.
That's great. We will keep it in mind, Captain. Thank you.
If he was level 20 and the Smilers defeated him,
He was sleeping, alright? He's a
that
very
is no
heavy
excuse.
sleeper. He's a very heavy sleeper.
He's a level 20 with no perception.
Their buffs ran out.
Yeah. They
Could
waited.
Could they tell us more about the immediate area and Scrapwall? What they know?
They can't tell you too much about Scrapwall that you can't see by just looking at it. They do know that what the Smiler suggested with the front way being the only entrance, at least as rumors say, that is literally the only entrance. Other than that, they really don't know too much.
You know, it's quite possible whenever we get to Scrapwall, and I'd certainly like to try to not go by the front gate. With all of these wonderful, happy, fun time people here in Scrapwall with all the various groups or whatever, it certainly does sound like there's several individuals of questionable reputation. Someone's got to have like a way through somewhere, and if we just take the time to look around, We will find their secrets.
Yeah, it also seems like acting like tough, like people leaving someplace else to come here and make a fortune by gang activity would be.
Basically, just we're like refugees. We're like the technically has ruined our homes, which would not be entirely inaccurate.
Yeah. This is a place they don't like the Technic League.
We're from Torch, and because the Torch
Don't-
has gone out, we're
Don't give specific locations and knowledge like that to people. Then they'll be like, "Let's sell that knowledge to the technically."
I'm sure they have plenty of like hood wearing. I lost my entire family in a raid, kind of people there. You know, chaotic neutral rangers who were by the wrong side of the law.
Fucking chaotic neutral. Just burned that entire place. I'm gonna set it on fire the moment we get there.
They like look at you chaotic neutral. Uh-oh.
You probably mean trouble.
Yeah, you're not getting in. Yeah, but sure, we like walk up all mysterious and we're like, yeah, as you said, we are here to seek the fortune. And then everyone looks very grizzled and imposing.
To seek the fortune. That also sounds like, well, there's none of that for like. Why would we give you our stuff? There's nothing for you here. Nothing but pain and misery.
Then I will shoot you and take your things.
And then the
like-
people in the guarded fortress of
Okay.
Scrapwall will just murder you.
No, and they look at you and say, you will fit in well here. And then they're like,
I suppose that's one interpretation.
My thought was like, don't appear to be like weak, right? Or you'll be have your organs harvested in your sleep or something.
No, appear to be weak, then you sucker people in, and then they learn better.
so we send forth Pimion, is what you're saying.
Yes,
be our
Pinion
chief
will be able to
negotiator.
lure-
They like gang up on him, and then he's like, "Oh, but I will call my friends." And like, "Oh, you do that, little dude."
They like get shot,
Or a
just blow someone's
nerd.
head off.
And then we come in, we beat him up. And
Yeah.
don't fucking touch Pimion.
Don't
He's our
touch my
leader.
friend.
Call him, become him.
I feel as if
Little
this
Jack
entire
Thunder.
situation has gotten out of hand again.
Okay, let's focus, people. Let's focus. We sleep, we rest up.
Yes.
I'm gonna get some hit points.
You can certainly do that.
Can I get some healing from the dude, or is he all tapped out?
He is currently tapped out, but if you ask him after dawn, then he might be able to in fact help you.
Thank you. Oh, all topped up and nice. Well, I suppose with this newfound knowledge, we go for Scrapwall, right?
Well, I would imagine so. Again, what Saren suggests, taking a circle around first, trying to not just go the front entrance immediately, could be done.
Sure.
Not that I expect that I would be able to see something, but there are people much more perceptive than I.
Sure. We can take a gander. At
Don't forget to
yonder
heal Jake.
Scrapwall.
Don't forget to heal.
Yeah.
Maybe I got shot.
Pimion
Oh.
gets his hit points back.
Yeah.
Because 3 hit points, because he's level 3.
Ha ha. More
That's the-
importantly, spells.
That's the great thing about rolling poorly on your hit dice. No, you don't have to worry about losing so many hit
It's
points.
true, it's true. I can rest up really quickly.
Yep. If you guys want, we can use the chemalizer to help identify those like potion things.
Why not? Literally,
It's a
like,
plus
why
5.
not? Like, the
Yeah.
thing is here only for a reason. Why not?
Yeah, precisely. Although I imagine this is the first time it would be used in more than a month.
Yep,
So that would
that,
be a
that would
glitch.
be a glitch roll.
So I get 2 rolls and then I pick what I want. So let's see, what do I roll for that?
Do it, Professor.
That's a
Do I do the glitch
D100. sorry.
now or after I use it?
You say that you want to use it, and then you roll the glitch, and you will use it, and something might or might not happen.
Okay. So what roll is it that you use?
D100. Let's see. You have the choice between the item functioning normally and the item using twice as many charges as normal.
You know, I will pick the item functioning normally.
Okay. The Camelizer does work, outputting many a number that Pimian might be able to identify.
Yeah, so I get a +5, and I'll be lucky too. Screw it, so +7.
That is enough. You recognize or you identify this strange pink gel-like substance as being a substance called Soothe. It, among other things, it cures one
Like
point
that?
of damage. Yes.
Okay.
It cures 1 point of damage received in the last minute. And in addition, for the next minute, the user becomes immune to bleed damage and gains a morale bonus on saving throws against fear.
This totally sounds like what they use to prop themselves up for slicing off their lips.
Mm-hmm.
For 1 minute, immune to bleed damage, get a bonus against fear. Oh my god, I could do this! I could do
Oh!
this!
Give me the racer, quickly! Stab yourself in the mouth.
Using this also causes some wisdom damage.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
there you go!
Good
Well,
note,
that-
Halldamir.
yeah.
It inhibits common sense.
Is it a drug?
It would be considered a drug, and it might very well be addictive if used too many times.
I'm assuming it's a pharmaceutical, then.
So we're gonna start dealing in drugs, guys. We're gonna
Drug-
go to
drug-
Scrapwall drug dealers.
Scrapwall drug cartel, go.
It is also worth 200 gold pieces a dose.
Oh.
Oh yes, we're gonna deal drugs. We're gonna
Can we-
steal and
can we-
deal.
Can we craft this, Professor?
At level
Can
9,
you-
I'll be able to.
Hmm.
Well, unless at level 9, I'll either get pharmaceuticals or cybernetics. So that's up to you guys. Whatever you.
I know what I would prefer.
The people are making this are high level dudes.
Yeah, there's some meth lab going on in Scrapwall.
Necromancer, this guy
Yeah, it's a
skeleton
minimum of 9th level
specialized in-
required
There's like a
to make
spaceship factory
pharmaceuticals.
entirely devoted to this. All
Someone
right,
is-
all right. Back on track again.
See, you wish to head out towards Scrapwall.
Yes.
The direction at this point is easy enough to find. Not only do you know the direction, but you can also even see it from this fortress already. A massive, towering structure of just scrap, really. It is very aptly called Scrapwall, as it is a enormous scrap wall with metal girders reaching into the skies. Some of them having red blinking lights. Others have metal bowl shapes. In general, it looks like an enormous mess. I will make another map available for you so you can get an idea of its size too.
Right.
As you might have heard the occasional description of it, but most of those don't really describe it too well. As yes, it is a heap of scrap. On the other hand, it is an enormous heap of scrap.
Like I suggested, I think it's worth trying to skirt around the edges away from the front towers and gates. If this scrap wall is so vast as it appears, and full of such individuals that might act against people in such a fashion as these Smilers, there is surely a tunnel or way through this rather bizarre wall that we can use to be less known until we choose to be.
Seems
I
reasonable, especially given its size. Look at that thing.
have included the map of Torch as a scale for it.
That
It's
is
big.
ginormous. Absolutely ginormous.
There's like a million people living there.
But cheap, I can see the grid.
The grid is 400 foot squares.
Oh! Well,
Well,
that is a lot of scrap.
This is why those star medals are not worth a lot.
No. But you just
Because
go here
they
and...
literally have like tons and tons and tons. of it.
Imagine how amazing that Torch Junkyard guy would be. He just had access to
Yeah, no,
this.
that little rat guy, he would
You
come
know,
over here and he would be like,
we heard that he had
He was
left
formerly
Scrapwall.
from. Yes.
He
That's
probably
true, yeah.
led a gang or something from there, and I was like, I feel home in the scrapyard.
One possibility that I quipped about, which I think Jonas mentioned that he might do last week, was like talking to that Ratful guy to learn more about Scrapwall. I don't think that happened.
No. He was.
A bit upset about prior engagement.
Well, it's
How
a
about
lot of scrap then.
The front entrance, or at least what appears to be the front entrance of this, is also rather evident, as it has the only road-like looking structure going into it. Front entrance would be at the southern end.
I was about to
Right.
say it wasn't very evident to me, but
No.
sure.
It wasn't to me either, but okay. So that's the front entrance. So yeah, I think there's plenty of real estate to. I mean, it would take a bit, but my goodness,
Look at this. Look at this.
I'm pretty.
Like-
And because like the walls are of bizarre manufacture, there's no like ramparts that people are just going to be walking over. I think we have plenty of opportunity to
700
scout around.
times
Is there-
400.
Any way to use the geography skill for this? Like kind of-
Geography would be on a much larger scale if you wanted to travel to like another country.
I mean, this is pretty big.
It's not the size of a country though.
It's like a city-state.
We just need to search 280,000 feet worth
Yeah.
of like scrap wall.
How much is that in kilometers?
I have. Let me find out.
All of these square feet tells me nothing.
This place is big enough for like 10 mountains. Torch is a mountain.
At any rate, that just gives even better argument to finding a way in. There's got to be many ways that other gangs or groups have like into and out of this place.
Like, look at this. Looks pretty porous. You know, it's just weird.
You know, the front gates are being controlled by that one gang group that was like discarded out of favor. Steelhawks. There we go, according to the notes I just wrote down. So there's got to be some individuals who are like, I don't want the Steelhawks, who are dominated by the Lords of Rust, to know what I'm bringing into and out of Scrapwall.
Oh. Can we just kind of hide our stuff or be non-dis?
No, the problem here is that the sheer like mass of this wall means that there's probably some like secret tunnels, but where do we even?
We start out of sight of the front gates and begin our way around. Like, I don't see how you're not
Right,
understanding.
sure.
Coming closer, the structure, or rather how the walls are made, also becomes evident very quickly, as they are not a construction. They are literally a pile of scrap.
I mean, even if we find like a tunnel or something through that scrap wall, I mean, how it's going to be pretty dangerous if it collapses or something.
Yeah.
Well, I think
It does
probably
not
people
look
would-
very stable, even from a distance, and many of the rusted metal bits, well, there are steel girders, there are steel pipes, and generally sharp metal bits all over.
Which is why I'm not making the argument to climb it. I'm making the argument to find a way through it.
I mean, we could certainly try.
I mean, that's just my idea. We can certainly go through the front gates. I'm sure we won't have any problems, but
I would just feel really stupid, like spending 6 days studying every inch of this damn wall to be back at the front gate. But, like, yeah. It seems like it bypasses a lot of trouble.
I mean, I don't. Like I said, I don't know how much fucking trouble would be at the front gate. We might just be able to get through just fine. Yeah, we're like
I mean, they said
refugees
that,
or whatever. Like,
yeah, they said that.
Oh, they're gonna be like, yeah, pay the fee or whatever.
It's also a matter of, like, God forbid we, like, go through there and, like, you seem like the capable sort. I'm here to offer you a job. And trying to reject this job results in, like, oh, for fuck's sakes, why? I don't fucking care about you, Steelhawks.
The whole
Go
plan about
away.
killing the whole scrap wall seems less feasible now. So it's like
It's
million
basically
citizens.
it's basically genocide.
Yeah,
we're
at this point,
contemplating.
it's like,
So it's probably a bad idea.
So yes, my idea was just like a way for us to avoid like whatever like drama or headache that might happen at the
Yeah.
front gates,
Whatever-
if any.
I
whatever
mean, we
big
can
thing
take a
that-
look and see what kind of drama and headache are at the front gates, and if we decide that we don't want to deal with it, we can be like, you know what, we'll think about it.
We might not be able to escape.
Looking towards
Oh.
it, they're probably like, "Hey, you!"
We should decide
Oi.
on our cover story then.
Here to buy and sell scrap. Yep.
Buy scrap.
Well, we're travelers.
Yeah.
We're refugees. We're refugees. We're refugees. There we go. We're refugees.
We escaped from the Crusader caravan going up to the World Wound. We escaped from that and are now seeking refuge.
Well,
Why you gotta make a convoluted lie?
sure,
Are
that
you-
works.
Because they don't
You
like the
tell them that.
Crusaders.
Actually, Kynric, are you better at telling people
Kynric!
who here is best at lying?
That's right. That's right. You know what? Fuck it. Forget. I'm gonna absolve myself of any thinking. You're the charismatic person here. You tell.
I was dropped as a baby.
I'm not the wisest guy. I just,
No, but
That
you're
doesn't matter. Neither is Rothorn. He's been taking point
Your-
on many conversations.
You know-
your
we should just
bluff
walk in.
score. Your bluff score is great compared to any of us. So
yeah, I can try to bluff our way through.
That's right. All right.
That's good.
Let's all go to the front gate. Let's all go to the front gate.
ding dong.
Ding dong.
Are there gates?
Fucking just like gigantic monstrosity murder holes armed with like laser ballistae. You guys sure you want to go to the front gate?
Enclave power armor. Like, I don't know.
How do we isolate one of these people?
Vertibirds. Nope. You had me. Should.
Did I paste myself here?
I did. I ended up in the. Oh, hi. That's very close to the gate.
It's not very inviting.
No.
Massive gates seldom tend to be.
If they
Yeah.
search my stuff, they're gonna be surprised.
Yeah, the gates
What's
are
cement?
in a narrow valley-like structure in the scrap wall. The main gate is a cobbled together combination of wood and sharp rusted metal bits and other things, attached to some sort of mechanism to raise them, of course. The wall itself, again, made out of metal plates, cobbled together. There are occasional window-looking like structures. And assuming that you eventually approach the gate, which I assume was your plan.
I hope no one's wearing their good stuff, so we don't look suspicious.
Of course, I wear my good stuff.
You're gonna look suspicious here no matter what, I'm pretty sure. The only way to look even more suspicious would be
No, I
for
mean-
us to like openly wear symbols of the Technic League.
No, I mean, if we're supposed to be refugees, I don't think Rotor wearing full plate armor is
We were
gonna-
going up.
Yeah,
We were
can
going up
still
to
be
the World
refugees,
Wound.
like-
Full
We were-
plate armor is great at discouraging people from questioning us too much.
Coming closer, you can look through the gate. Kenrick is still blind. I don't know why.
Oh, she looks nice.
You can see some people milling about, and as you approach, one of them comes towards the gate to talk to you. A rather, well, veteran-looking woman with quite a few scars on her face will address you and say, "Well then, newcomers, what do you want?"
We're just simple refugees.
Now you're obviously lying. Like
Well, I'm not good at lying, so
you are bluff.
I like myself. My character is probably way better at it. So, yeah, just refugees wanting to enter the city.
Roll me a bluff check then.
Sure. Let's see. Where is it? It is.
There you go.
Oh, she kind of cocks her head still. Says, "And what are you running from exactly?"
The Technic League.
Yeah, of course, isn't everyone at this point?
Mm-hmm.
But don't mind me asking, why Scrapwall? Why, of all places in this hell, would you pick this one?
Close.
Oh,
It isn't really though.
I mean, it is the closest city, and maybe we could find some work here as well. Seems like a place where a person who can handle themselves could find work.
Suppose so. Suppose. Well, there's the question of the entrance fee, of course.
There's an entrance fee?
Of course there's. Why wouldn't there be?
I suppose so.
Just that little detail and you can enter.
How much would it be?
How much you willing to give?
Stern look.
Nobody really mentioned this thing.
A grenade.
Take this. 10 gold apiece. That's a princely sum.
Can we do a sense motive thing to see how much would satisfy her?
Praise, maybe.
I guess sense motive and appraise would both work.
I got neither.
Me neither, but
Conversation experts.
Sure, I'll see. How much would I think that it would actually cost? Generally,
Oh, well.
probably have to cut off our lips, guys.
Takes out the razor, starts sharpening it.
Well, as far as bribes go, there really isn't too much of a standard. And, you would think that the more the better usually.
Oh, is that what the 21 gave us?
I mean, it's hard to put an exact value on it, but Kenrick would know that if you gave enough, you might even make them friendly and be able to talk to them a little better.
Nah.
what, you guys don't want to give anything?
I can
At some point, screw these people.
I can pay 10 gold to get in here without having to shoot people. That's fine.
Oh, I mean,
I
I'm not-
have a repair bot hand.
I'm not sure.
Take the
what-
scrap.
Need a hand?
I'm not sure what the value.
Need to
of
repair the
gold is.
wall a little.
The key here is that we need them to open the gate, right?
Shonda shouts over, 10 gold, okay?
Sure.
Excellent.
Oh, okay. Well, go over and
She
Some
will
gold.
accept it, look a bit surprised, as she will then shout to open the gate, which promptly happens. She will step to the side, make a flourishing gesture for you to enter.
thank you, my good woman.
Listen, if you want to survive here in Scrapwall, don't call people good women.
He's a bit old-fashioned.
Oh, it is all-
Worked at the theater in Starfall. Shonda winks.
I mean, it's always a pleasure to work with professionals.
You really don't look like the type who'd be happy in Scrapwall. In fact, let's do it like this. For a small fee, I'm willing to give you a sort of introduction, if you know what I mean. Show you the ropes.
well,
Tell you where
Punch you
not
in
to
the
go.
face and be like, idiot.
we kind of already gave you a ransom for a prince. I'm sure it'd kind of be included in that sum, if anything.
Roll me a diplomacy check.
Me?
Yep.
Oh, this is what I get for being talkative. Oh yeah!
Well, you have a point, but that was for something completely different, you see.
Nah, I'll take my chances, I think.
Suit yourself.
I mean, can I still try that?
It'll do.
Don't forget Donkey the Third.
Come on, Donkey the Third. With your barrel with gunpowder, I'm leading into the city.
That's a great way to start
Yeah.
intimidating people. I'm crazy. I'll blow this up and kill us
Me?
both.
Probably disguised it some. I put a rug on it.
I
or
have
something.
a piece of canvas I have wrapped around it.
It's like a lit candle on top.
As you pass through the gates, she shouts after you, or rather, well, says after you, "Let me give you one free piece of advice, though. You touched the wrong thing, person, or possession, you're gonna get shot."
Oh, that is more true than you know, honey.
By who?
Or by whoever might have a gun handy and might disagree with your actions. Choose your friends carefully. There's a bunch of mess going on with the loss of rust messing up everything.
Well, seems like you wouldn't want friends then. Come on, let's find someone who wants friends.
Mm-hmm.
Should we see more?
The gate ends at that point, essentially. You would be in Scrapwall proper.
So now we...
For information.
Let me, first of all, kind of describe what you're seeing heading into Scrapwall, or rather what you notice first. As stepping through the gates, despite still being under open air, the temperature has risen rather substantially compared to the outside, and the smell of suspect, or rather strange chemicals is evident. The ground is littered in places with just rubbish, junk, metal bits, and general refuse. Other places have small jagged pools of bubbling gel-like liquids. And there are, of course, the occasional hut or housing visible inside of the walls. Most of it, however, is open space or narrow corridors going between the piles of trash. There are a few people about, although some are certainly walking around, mostly in groups. Those who walk alone walk very carefully. The inhabitants, at least as you can see in the immediate surroundings, do seem to be mostly human. There are the occasional half-orcs walking around in groups, as well as a very, very shy group of red folk, essentially twitching at anyone who pays them any kind of attention, looking as if they are ready to run at any moment.
Well, what a nice place.
Maybe we could talk up to the rat folk and mention the guy from Torch's name, see if they know him.
The
Get
rat
some
folk?
information. Yeah,
Why the rat folk?
because they probably know the guy in Torch.
Do they?
I mean, he was from here, wasn't he?
Maybe. Just gonna name drop him and see what happens.
Just look around for someone who might know about a robot god.
I mean, at the moment, the rat people seem the most cooperative. At least they're afraid.
I mean, we need a place to sort of hole up and make a base of operations.
So we just take one, right? Is that how
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean-
That might be how it works here?
Yeah, I mean, but that's also why we could talk to the rats or some locals at least to find out.
How do you become a gang?
How do you become a gang? Greetings, my good woman.
Never done this.
Would you be so kind as to inform me how to
Sure, we
become
can
a
talk to
gang?
the rats. Why not?
Sure. You can talk to rats. I'll
We-
keep all my possessions under
Purposefully
very
walk
close
towards the
scrutiny
rats.
here, sheep.
As you approach, they run away.
Say halt.
They do not stop.
That's the opposite of what they're gonna do.
Damn rats. They look like the kind of rats that attacked us.
They certainly look like rat folk.
Well, I mean, equipped equally.
Malachi's doing some racial profiling here.
Equipped not equally, although they are certainly armed as well as armored.
No, here for trouble.
Well, I suppose we can aimlessly walk around and see what's what.
Well, let's find a bar or a place to stay or something similar. I'm sure that's a thing.
I don't really want to. I mean, I don't really trust anyone in this place.
No, but you know,
But sure. Yeah, let's find a bar.
If there is establishments that offers places for you to stay, I mean, there surely has to be.
Like half orcs only or something.
I mean, it might be, but we're tough as half orcs.
And tough it. We can.
Yeah, send in the professor.
We need a
Send in
Walking.
the like bait machine.
cowboy hat for the professor.
Walking around in Scrapwall, you do certainly attract the occasional glance. In this area, you mostly see similar people as those who have been standing at the gate. Although, as soon as you wander pretty much past this point, the landscape changes rather drastically as there's simply no one around. At least, no people walking in groups. There are the occasional loner sitting in caves in the walls, but if you're looking for any kind of establishment, you feel like you have to look for quite a while.
All right.
Most things here seem just unorganized, really. This
So-
is not really a city, but rather a ecosystem almost.
So where do people live? Do we see people going in and out of places?
In the entrance area, you do see a rather large building to the north that some people seem to live in, but most people have caves and small huts and ramshackle huts just wherever they fit.
So they sort of go and live in a wall, I suppose.
I suppose.
You would have no problems finding a cave. However, as soon as you approach a seemingly empty space, you do attract rather a few angry glances around you.
Oh, who's angrily glancing at us?
They seem to be mostly humans, wearing the same insignia, that of a hawk, that you saw at the gatehouse.
Oh, they're just sitting in their caves.
Some are wandering about, watching you. Also, could you put down your tokens on the map here of Scrapwall?
Sure. I suppose we're like here.
Yeah.
So, where we go to sell drugs?
Hello, sir.
I mean,
Do you know where I can buy some drugs?
Also, I don't actually think the professor is that sort of ignorable because he does have a bandolier with grenades.
He does.
So,
Yeah.
Good, he's a dangerous professor.
a chemist. Really.
All right. He's a crazy chemist. All right, fine.
Yeah, no,
fine.
he's got like all sorts of like tech stuff just
Shonda-
draped all over him.
Yonder will sort of whistle to someone who's close. A street urchin, if there is one.
That don't seem to be any street urchins or even like what you would consider a woman. Most of the people walking around look rather dangerous and like they can handle themselves.
All right,
Especially those walking around alone.
I'll whistle to one of them then. One of the alone dangerous people. And she'll be like, "Greetings. You seem like you know this place somewhat."
I do. Who are you?
We are newly arrived, and it's a bit embarrassing, but we thought to maybe find a place to rest up a little bit. Do we just take one of these holes? She sort of waves to one of the...
You got bigger stick than last owner, you take cave.
All right, that seems pretty reasonable. Is there a market or some place to trade for supplies, drugs, weapons?
You find person with smaller stick and start trading.
She nods. That seems very good. You seem to be from a upstanding gang of this community. Where could we go and sign up with your people?
He punches his chest. I am Loss of Rust. They do not take anyone. You have to prove yourself around Scrapwall. You have to do many things and then fight in arena.
Oh, an arena, you say? How do we know what many things we need to do? Do we just ask people or do we start killing?
He thinks for a moment. Nods. Killing works, but you will be done when they tell you that you are done and invite you to arena.
So literally, he's just saying, just murder people. Just
I mean, he's an orc fanatic.
go murder people, and then they'll call.
I mean, I like it's very straightforward. I could do this. Like, technically, this is possible.
Well,
But,
I mean, we put you on some, and you just like snipe people, right?
Yeah, right. To get me
guy-
up on a
Yeah,
pile
just
and
get you like up on the wall and you just start murdering indiscriminately.
and then we have a piece of land that we call Sniper's Alley. You know.
Yeah, eventually they send someone up on the wall and they like do an interview and you're like, yes, I'm Chandla. I'm Chandla Ruin and I am petitioning to join the Lords of Rust.
I thought I have killed 600 people up to now, and I think I think I'm going well. Yeah. This is this is the
You don't look very tough, though. And you killed one wrong person, then entire gang after you. Need bigger stick than entire gang if you do.
So where would we find the Smilers? Do you know that?
Smiler's north, but they dumb.
How so?
They not Lords of Rust.
I mean, I think we have a bigger stick than the Smilers, right?
You want to go up there and take out the Smilers?
They didn't seem like nice people.
No, I mean, but this guy doesn't really seem like a nice person either.
No, but he's lost of Rust, obviously.
Oh, of course, yes.
Really want to aggro those guys.
Not the
We
Lords
could-
of
we
Rust,
could-
the Smilers. I mean,
We could go up there and take out the Smilers.
take a
They're
look
not in,
at like if there are that many of them, or
they're not in favor, so
Hot.
taking them out might improve our chances.
yeah, we can like take their place.
I mean, what is that area even? Like, where's almost nobody walking around?
That's like all of this is like the jungle.
This place in particular seems to be no man's land, essentially.
Is that what the orc tells us?
The orc shrugs. Territories shift. Sometimes borders bad.
Okay,
It's the border
so
between the
there's like
Falcons and the Lords of Rust. Then
here, yeah, and then there's like the no man's land, and then all the rest of it is like gang territory.
yeah,
There are more big gangs besides the Smiters and the Falcons and the Lords of Rust.
You asking a lot of questions.
yes.
Very astutely observed.
Pimian says, "We have big sticks, so you should answer."
Whoa, Professor!
I said we. He can step up to anyone. I'm small size, so I have the smallest stick.
You
That's what I've
threaten
heard.
me. I'm Lords of Rust. You hurt me. I will hurt you, and then they will hurt you too.
But if you die, didn't you prove yourself to be weak and worthless?
Not how it works.
Oh. How does it work?
You do what I say, and everything good.
Well, as it turns out, we're absolutely crazy and doesn't care about dying or being hurt. But you would die before we do.
You might have point.
I like his walk up. We are completely crazy.
Completely fucking mad.
Well, did
Oh.
he? Could he point to the map where the Smiler area is?
He can tell you that the Smiler area would be this one over here.
Okay. That's a big area.
That's like the size of
I
twice
don't-
Torch.
Yeah, I don't think we can.
Man, we're
like,
gonna
take
be
out.
like kings.
It needs. I don't think we can take out all of Torch.
Well, we could probably take out all of Torch, just maybe not all the
Like we could
Smilers.
kill the militia people, the guard of Torch, probably.
Yeah, and then the rest would just be like.
But then
I
the
don't think
council
this
would
looks
roll
as
in.
densely populated, really. Like
It is
Maybe
really not. Most of these
Maybe.
open spaces are literally open spaces.
yeah, just like people are living like one guy there and another guy there.
I mean, we could make our way to this Smile area and see what we could do.
It seems like a way to start. Like
Sure.
I don't like the idea here. We just want to know stuff about what's going on, and joining the the Lords of Rust seems to be a way, like to at least to get some sort of
Get inside the
inside
organization.
knowledge. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe we can attend a council.
or fight in the arena, or whatever.
Sure.
You guys think that's a terrible idea?
I'm willing to try. I'm not sure how
I
tough
don't
the
really know where else
Smilers
to
are.
start. Gotta be honest here.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Falcon dude could have been like, "Oh, I'll tell you," but we were like, "No, we're not gonna pay you." So
I mean, we could say that we have some information for the Lords of Rust and we could meet them more quickly.
yeah, but I think they could take us. That's the problem. Like, so if we go into the middle of their place, they're gonna fucking just rip us apart. Mianda was pretty good just by herself.
Yeah.
Apparently, have like a couple of people like her.
And she had like robots with her as like her minions. So that says something.
Oh, so are there many robots in this place?
Lots of us have some, but not many. Most scrap.
All right. What do people fight in the arena?
Oh, they fight me. You going to fight me because you anger me, and I'll make sure you don't join Lots of Us.
All right then. That seems doable.
But then you'll find someone else. You'll fight Hellskak, who will crush you.
Who the hell's Hellskak?
Hellskak is Hellskak.
Did you defeat him?
No,
And how did you join Lots of Rust?
I was smart.
Hmm.
Joined when they were new, and now they accept only strong.
Early
I am
access, I
strong.
see. They're out of beta now.
Yeah.
You got a free membership.
Yeah, it got in when it was
All right.
10
Well,
bucks.
all right. Sure. Or is how many are there of the Smilers?
He starts counting at his fingers.
Does he get
Many.
above 10?
Yes, he does.
All right.
Many, led by strange marrow woman. They do strange things. Cut their lips off.
What do
you
you
wouldn't
do?
dare to do that?
You dare him to cut his lips off.
I would dare if I wanted to.
What do you do to show your affiliation?
I beat up newcomers.
Oh.
You want me to beat up newcomers?
We already decided that would be a bad idea for both of us, didn't we?
Suppose.
He lowers his pipe
go
again.
to the north and try to find the Smilers and then see what they have to say?
Sure.
At least we'll be able to recognize who's in and who's out.
That's very easy.
Just getting like a look at like if their gang territory is like fucking stock up standing shoulder to shoulder, then we'll not go there. But
So, hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's a disorganized mess.
Mira has like a laboratory. Are you gonna go beat him up or her? I suppose.
Well, in being very friendly and courteous to our new friend here, as we leave, Shonda will offer him a swig from her hip flask.
He will take the flask, take a drink, and crush it. Give it back.
Oh. He looks down at the flask.
That was poison.
Yeah. I now have a strong inclination to shooting this guy.
Well, I think that's a stupid idea.
He's a part of the Lords for us. We don't want to
Not
inherit
yet.
him yet.
Well, I guess I can repair
He'll
this
fight us
thing.
in the arena. Remember?
Yeah, we're gonna fight him in the arena, and
Oh,
then
sure,
you can
sure.
shoot him.
I'll give this to Pimion and ask if he can repair it.
You will cast mending on it.
Thank you, Pimion. Yeah, that's what I've thought too, Grim. I'm also like into. I should just.
Shoot his leg. Like shoot him in the kneecaps.
Can I thunder shoot him?
I'm still not 100% sure we can trust his sense
Of
of how
course not.
things work
He
here.
thinks he's very important, but he's really not at all important. Yeah, you can kill him if you want.
Yeah, I wouldn't really care.
I mean, I'm not sure if I can take it myself. It might be like level 30.
If anyone asks now, we're part of the Lords of Rust.
Right.
We're Mianda's people.
Mm-hmm. Well, if the majority of the group doesn't think I should, then...
No, I'd fine. Shoot
I don't care.
All I
All right.
care. I just
John will
don't
shoot
care,
him.
yeah.
All right, shoot him.
Better
Oh,
hit.
stop.
Oh, well,
well.
I'll do it.
I'll do it, I guess.
The shot echoes through the scrap. Actually, it doesn't echo that much because scrap absorbs sound. But you certainly hit him. Those that haven't been watching you before are certainly watching you. As he rages, swings his pipe towards Shandala. and misses
Miss.
terribly.
Well, if he's gonna be like that, well, I guess maybe I should let you have him.
Let's
Defend yourself.
let's step here. Shoot him again.
Should be easier to hit now.
Yeah, he should be.
That hits, and he does go down.
Bigger stick indeed.
Spit on him.
Yeah, she goes and spits on him. Takes up her flask, folds it up to the professor with a sort of please.
Yeah, Pimian mends it.
He nods, thank you. Looks down at him. Looks at the others, very threateningly, shouldering her rifle, her musket.
Looks thoroughly unimpressed.
Yeah, Pimian decides that it might be wise to play stereotypes and goes to, like,
And
scavenge his corpse.
Anyone else wishes to be rude?
You have certainly attracted an audience, but they honestly don't really seem to care.
Yeah, she has that. Anyone else wants to be rude? No? Good. And then she slings the musket over her shoulder, and we walk up north. Unless he had some.
Perfect player character time.
Yeah, Pimian will take his gold.
I mean, did he have anything
Probably
to
doesn't have
recognize
much
him
gold.
as
Yeah, if he
part
has.
of the Lords of Rust?
He has no holy symbol, but he does have the symbol of the upraised claw made from random scrap that he cobbled together. And in general, he is wearing a leather armor covered in metal bits. Small metal plates attached to various places, not really offering any protection, but certainly making him look somewhat metallic. He is also carrying 2 silver discs.
Oh,
Cash money.
There you
farming time.
Line them up!
go. Yeah. We should strike up, exact same, conversations with every work.
Hello there!
He's like, I will fight you in arena! And then he crushes your flask, and then you kill him for his 2 silver discs.
I need to get more booze now. It's like
Let's
not that much
continue
left.
into the middle territory here.
To get to this kind of territory, you do have to go through a somewhat narrower valley. And in said valley, you see... Well, first of all, you hear gunshots. Chandala could easily be able to tell that they are in fact pistols. And you quickly come upon the site of a current battle.
Is there the same pipe pistol?
They do
Actual
seem to be
pistols.
the same kind, yes.
Who are on either side of this battle?
I will
Because
Show
let's intercede.
see. Vision blocking, yes.
It's the orcs fanatics meeting the smilers. They're like, oh,
You can see that some rat folk, presumably the same ones that you've tried to talk to, are currently being attacked by a group of smilers. And the smilers certainly
Time
seem
to
to be
help.
winning.
time to help!
Lords
Shoot the
of
smilers!
rats.
Shauna
Lords of
shoots
the
the
rats.
smilers!
Yes, we charge the smilers.
Get 'em!
Right? We'll
Murder
go
them
first.
all.
First.
No, let me cast my mage armor first.
Get 'em, boys!
You didn't cast Mage Armor upon entering this damn city.
No.
I don't know what I would do.
Probably this smilers turn to act, who will move forward and shoot rat folk number 2.
Don't see the initiative.
Oops.
Yeah, we haven't seen this.
Now you do.
I haven't even rolled yet for initiative. So
What? Nobody has
Sorry,
rolled.
it's the only one that has a
I'll roll
Like
myself.
5 people have rolled. This is weird.
There we go. That's a poor
Yeah,
roll.
roll the initiative yourselves.
It's a poor roll.
Why have they not
I
rolled?
guess Saren was like the only one. He said to be AFK.
Well, you
Oh, yeah,
roll a
just
17. Look
what's
at
up
you.
with the initiative?
Yes, we help the rats who were displaced, and we become the new lords of rats.
Yeah. And they would be like,
Yes,
man
rat
thing,
Oh,
quick,
boys.
quick. Squeak, squeak.
Check that initiative, boys.
Then be Pimian's turn to act.
Come on, Professor.
Um,
As soon as I find that button.
should I throw my flash grenade in there?
No,
F6
don't
is the
waste
quick
that
one.
on these guys.
Alright.
Like 4 of them.
Well, I don't do any, damage at all in range.
But you draw attention.
It's true. Yeah, I guess I'll shoot this closest one. Luckily. Be lucky. Oh, not a plus 20, a +2.
All right. That misses.
Yeah.
This Smiler move forward and shoot this rat folk here.
I need to get like firearm proficiency or something.
And hits. This
Don't you
rat
get
folk
that with your
goes down.
technical league thing you're gonna get?
No, not the
I
rat
think you
folk.
would that with the tech priest, tech person. Yeah.
Go, Rothor! Save the rats!
This rat folk will go over here and shoot at one of the Smilers with a crossbow. And miss.
They're like outgunned.
Roll 4.
Ugh. I'll have to go there, but
They should fuse together.
That's right.
cut the guy down.
That hits. And he had some minor injuries before, now he has a major injury. Zarin.
Full action. Charge.
So what's that gang name gonna be?
Her gang name's gonna be
It's what we scream when we charge.
Let's see, as part of the action, I will go ahead and, as I'm withdrawing my weapon, utilize Yonder Scabbard of Vigor to give myself a +3 bonus to attack and damage for the next 3 rounds. So,
That
I'm
hits.
sure that doesn't confirm, but 19 damage.
He splatters to the ground. Chandala.
Well, let's see here. Over up here. Shouting out, "Hey, Smiler!" Over to Smiler 2. And then shoot him.
Number 2. That's a hit.
Kablamo!
Kenrick.
I will move closer. Take a shot at Smiler too.
Smiler 2. That is a hit for 3 points. This Smiler will turn towards you and shout, "Oh, you made a mistake getting involved here!" And he will double move towards you.
They're very brave. I'll give them that.
Well, it's that the brain drug they're on.
No, that's true.
This rat folk will shoot at the Smiler currently charging at you with a crossbow. And miss.
Should sit on each other, rat folk.
This one will sit on his friend.
That's
Yes.
right. Go, Ratfolk.
Now we have that power.
That's a crit that confirms.
Look at that.
6
attack.
points of damage.
With sneak attack.
And sneak attack. Actually, these ones don't have sneak attack.
Okay, I was about to say it's very racial profiling that standard rat folk all have like fucking rogue levels.
It's a fantasy setting, so.
This one will double move. Can he charge? He can charge. He will charge at Zarin with a dagger. His manic grin, very appropriate for this kind of action. Miss. Pemian.
I guess I'll just continue to shoot. I'll shoot at the ones that aren't in melee to kind of soften them up a bit. So I'll shoot at Smiler 4.
Smiler 4, that is a hit.
How do I even do 5 damage? Oh, I'm lucky.
Oh, right. I forgot. This one will charge at Chandala. That's a 14, that's a miss. This red folk will move over here and shoot at number 4. And that's a crit that confirms, dropping this one.
Go, Rat.
I'm pretty lucky.
I'm rubbing off.
I'll go over there. Actually, I don't want to stand next to Sarah. I'll go here and strike at this one. See what we can do about him. That should probably do it.
That does indeed do it. He goes down. Zarin. That hits. Still standing. Chandala?
Shoot him.
That does hit his touch, and he goes down. Combat would be over, as the red folk, although they are most definitely armed and kind of having their weapons in your direction, that seems to be mostly a defensive posture.
Shonda sort of slings her musket over her shoulder again and look at the red folk and says, we made it in time, it seems. She kind of smiles at the red folk.
They converse between each other in whispered tones as they approach.
We know your cousin in Torch.
Cousin in Torch? Who would that be?
He's the leader of the scrapyard in Torch.
Probably don't know that, but you know.
I don't know, maybe
Master.
he does.
So,
if he was a big shot out here, maybe these are like remnants of his gang.
Who's your leader?
Well, we are the Red-Tooth Raiders. We're led by Red-Tooth, of course. And I suppose we'll have to thank you for getting involved here, even though you shouldn't have.
We don't really like the Smilers.
Nobody does. They don't like us, we don't like them. It's good to see some who at least choose the right side when they decide to make the mistake of choosing in the first place.
Well, we
Although I suppose you could have made a worse decision.
could unchoose right now. That's a terrible idea.
We are grateful, I suppose. And perhaps you're new here, aren't you? Haven't seen you around before.
It's true.
Perhaps we could have at least a temporary sort of alliance, you know? You helped us, we help you.
Sure, what can you do for us?
Could bring you to Redtooth so you can talk to her.
Why
Or
the
you
hell
could just
not?
go about
Sure.
your way.
No, that's fine. We can talk to
Talk to
Red Tooth.
Redtooth. Seems like people are picking on your bed.
They are, it's true. The Raiders have seen better days. They will gesture for you to follow.
Sure.
Still looking into the shadows of some of the scrap caves here, pointing their crossbows at them. But they do take you to a tour. Specifically, if you look on the maps, they will inform you that I have the wrong book open.
So we join these guys, then we kill these Smilers, then we kill these guys, and then
Backstab.
Just keep killing. Just keep killing until there's no one left.
We could let the rats take over.
gonna clean up this
Nice.
town.
Gonna clean up the town. Yep. Walk in with spurs.
They will quickly explain in passing that this, of course, is their territory, all of this. Every single bit you can see here. And they eventually approach some sort of cave. It certainly looks to be a cave. And I will transfer you to a different map.
Sure.
Copy your tokens.
Let's see where this rat tooth is.
My token's already gone. Where? Oh, it's back over here. Okay,
It's done.
done.
Modifying the fog of war without a server running. What? There's a server running. And false players are going. Oops, I need to make it visible. There we go.
Let's see, narrow.
Yeah, I need one of you to
Small
put the
rat.
token down so I can.
I'm not gonna. It's a trap.
Oh.
It is a narrow tunnel indeed. Very awkward to walk in for, well, creatures of your size. Pimian has no troubles. Neither do these red folks.
Professor, you go in there and
Well, wait.
It
scream if
is
you
a
need
tight
us.
fit.
Blow a grenade if they threaten you.
Yes. Because he has a thermal detonator.
Oh.
They do gesture for you to follow.
Your
they
leader
do
couldn't
walk
come out
first.
here. It's rather uncomfortable in there.
One of them turns towards you with a well, not flabbergasted but confused expression. You get honor of talking to Redtooth, and you want her to come outside. I suppose I can ask, but it would not make for a good first impression.
Pimian says, I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's just fine in here.
Fine.
Oh,
whatever.
you go. You go, Professor.
To the scrap hole.
I mean, is it like sharp things pointing out of those walls, or?
Pretty much, yes.
Uh,
It is a wall. The walls here are made out of metal scrap. Some of it has pointy bits, but walking carefully is not that big of a problem.
Probably doesn't scratch for my plate mail either, so at least
you can make way for us.
Tunneling in. Whoa, that rat is freaking out!
Going closer in here, stepping up a slight step, you do enter a slightly larger cave, which is not as awkward to walk in, and essentially see your guides currently calming down a group of very large rats that do not seem to be chained or, well, restrained in any form, but they are certainly snarling at you rather aggressively. However, not taking any actual hostile actions, as your guides are preventing them from doing so. As one of them gestures to Rover to stop, as he touches the wall, which swings open.
I think that rat has a
secret.
mohawk.
I mean,
Opening up the way into a, again, slightly larger cavern, with some confused faces looking your way, but since you're being guided there are no questions.
It's huge.
Zarin probably likes these dire rats. He seems to have a thing for animals.
Your guide
Oh, a
continues.
medium-sized rat folk scrapper. He's big.
He's the buff one.
Yeah,
He is slightly more
he's the
buff
rat
than the
ogre.
others.
He's easier to hit.
I wonder if they have a rat ogre.
Cave troll.
Rat.
Your guide turns towards you and says, "Come inside here and wait. I'll go get our leader."
Sure.
Right, I guess like we're reading
Does-
in here.
Gas chamber.
Does the room look like a trash compactor?
The room, well, if you consider that to be just full of scrap, yes, but there seems to be a distinct lack of compactor. Just a room full of
Trash.
Well.
What's that?
Like a chair.
Compared to the other rooms, this one is actually slightly more tidy, and with the only real feature being a throne of some sort.
Solar.
It's not very big, not very fancy, but with the materials used, it at least gets the point across.
Oh, everyone's cramming.
I'll stand
Okay,
here.
we'll go for this door. And after just a moment, another red folk emerges. Slightly bigger than the one who led you here, and most
Whoa.
definitely female.
Fancy rat.
As she takes in the sight of all of you, says, "And who might you be?"
We're newcomers to Scrapwall, and well, we were going to go assault the Smilers when we found some of your rats fighting them. They, we were going to go talk to you about destroying that gang. Seems to be the way people do things here.
You want to attack the Smilers. I suppose that's as noble a goal as any.
They haven't really made
Little
friends with
suggestions?
us, and
No,
we
they are
thought-
very bad at making friends with anybody.
One of them looked at me funny.
I
They
shot
all
an
do,
orc
don't
in the
they?
face. Sure.
Other than that, our visit has been pretty uneventful. So
Only
we've
killed-
really a little lost in this place.
We tried to ask for some directions, but honestly, he just told us to grab things if we wanted, and then he crushed my hip flask.
And we killed him.
Yes.
That was probably the best answer you could have given that guy. I do, however, assume that he was from the Laws of Rust, yes?
That is what he claimed. He had this
Ouch.
trinket on him, sort of holds out the necklace.
Could have been a mistake then, although you do look rather competent. And you have helped some of mine out. I suppose it's only fair if I help you out. In fact, how about a sort of deal? You said you were just on your way to attack the Smilers. As it appears, or as it happens rather, I have interest in you succeeding there. In fact, I have interest in you doing something very specific there. If you would do that for me, then I think I can help you out.
Help us how?
Well, you need a place to stay. You can't just take any place. And I suppose I would offer my hospitality. It's a bit cramped, I suppose, but it's home. In addition to that, of course, you are new here, and you wouldn't have come here without a very good reason, be it to just live here or, well, run around making trouble as you're currently. And I do believe that I am one of the few individuals in this entire place who knows quite a bit.
Sounds reasonable, I think.
Right. What exactly do you need us to do in the Spineless place?
The Smilers have captured my brother. I would like him back.
How do you know that he is still alive?
I don't.
Do you know where he would be?
I suppose in the headquarters. It can't be that big.
How many Smilers are there, roughly? We have killed, she sort of thinks, 15 or so far?
Oh, you probably got a good bunch more to go then. The headquarters should not be full of too many, as they are somewhat spread around. If you don't linger too long, you should not get overwhelmed. There is, of course, the matter of dealing with Gunshy and Marrow, but you look competent.
Gone shy?
Or he's some sort of really big, must have been some ogre blood or something. But, first piece of advice. People's names tend to be very descriptive. Gunshy does not like guns.
Jonah smiles.
If it is their headquarters, would be run into Marrow.
Oh, undoubtedly.
He does not like Mero.
Or he might
Their
maybe
leader,
does.
I might
Marrow.
think he eats Hadrothor.
So just perhaps.
Marrow, rumors suggest, and I believe that they are rather trustworthy, is a necromancer.
Oh.
So there would be undead in there.
Perhaps, likely. Maybe some of her more strange experiments as well as, of course, the odd smile. Although those are mostly pushovers.
So, how exactly can you help us with doing this? It seems like we'd be doing you quite a favor.
I've already helped you by telling you quite a bit, haven't I? I can't really do too much. I would rather avoid going there myself, as we would undoubtedly attract attention and get ambushed. But a small group like yours could get there no problem. And being newcomers, most people would be unsure of your affiliations.
So you suggest we don't fight our way in?
I would suggest you go as close as possible before you have to start shooting things, because that does tend to attract attention. But once you do, I would simply suggest that you, don't get killed.
You got nothing that you could give us to aid in that goal?
I
Maybe
do not think there's anything I would be willing to give you before you do something for me.
I mean,
Like
you do
maybe
want us to
people.
succeed.
maybe give us a guide or someone who knows the territory who could get us as close as possible?
She frowns.
Couldn't we just tell them that we want to, fight the rat folk and want to join them, and then
That might work, although I think they are rather hesitant to accept new recruits. They see themselves as one of the big shots now, and just as the Lords of Rust have introduced new methods of finding recruits, so have they, except their methods are just to accept nobody to make themselves seem more important. On the other hand, if you are looking for, well, membership as it were, the Red Tooth Raiders are not what they once were, but we will come back. And should you be able to retrieve my brother, alive or in parts, I suppose, I would consider your applications rather carefully.
That sounds great.
Well, I certainly have no love lost for the Smilers. I wouldn't mind taking them out. I do expect something in return of it, though. We are, after all, somewhat of a mercenary group. She smiles. We don't really work for free, after all.
No, nobody does. On the other hand, payment in this place usually is not monetary, but rather safety.
That would mean you have a lot of monetary funds stored up, I guess.
Perhaps a decade ago, yes. Perhaps a few months ago, before the Lords of Rust took over, yes. Perhaps I even would have members to give to you, an army of sorts even, before the Lords of Rust took over and half my people left for greener pastures, as it were.
What can you tell us about the Lords of Rust?
Well, they are certainly a powerful bunch. It is hard to oppose a group that has a supposed god leading them, and while I think that is just a rumor, the fact that they do have certain abilities of divine nature is not just a rumor.
Aye, Saren.
Of course, they have a number of rather mean individuals among their ranks, including, of course, that troll who runs the arena, and other particularly bad fellas downstairs as well.
I mean, what are they up to, or are they too secretive?
Oh, they are highly secretive. Hellion, or the supposed Hellion, often talks to people, well, makes voices appear anyways in the eastern parts of town. Some of their plans seem to include, well, gathering resources, especially those silver discs, you know, those that can store power still.
Yeah, would explain why they wanted power sent here, I suppose.
Man, I just want to loot and kill this whole town and not feel bad about it at all.
No, kind of like these rats.
Oh yeah, she's fine.
We'll help them. They seem to be down on their luck anyway. And, like, it's not really going to hurt us. Probably.
Sure. I mean, we have tried to bring her brother back, dead or alive. Do some damage to the Smilers, maybe even take them out, and she will offer us Sanctum and whatever else she has.
Yeah. It certainly isn't the city I expected it to be. It's more like a war zone.
I am curious, though. It would be rather strange for newcomers who just want to make a life to go attack one of the groups.
Well, people didn't seem to really respect us or call us newcomers all the time. Thought maybe taking out Mero would be a way to show that we mean business.
I suppose it would be.
Maybe even get an invite to fight in this prestigious arena we've heard so much about.
She frowns deeply. If you simply wish to join the Lords of Rust as so many others have, then I don't really think I can or want to help you with that. My group is not just a stepping stone. We basically ruled this place for years. We are one of the most long-standing groups until those showed up with their godly powers and propaganda.
Well,
Do you have a plan for returning to the top then?
She cocks her head. Maybe.
Shana shrugs. Well, we're not really here to seek membership to the Laws of Rust, as much as just curious what they're up to, I guess.
Whatever they are up to, it's no good. I don't think they wish to stay in Scrapwall even. They are ambitious, let me tell you that.
Let's start with the Smilers, then we can take
Sure.
on the Lords of Rust afterwards.
Seems like a good idea.
What other gangs are there here that might pose a problem?
Well, there is this particular group, which is called the Red Tooth Raiders. By the way, I am Red Tooth. Then there are the Steelhawks, who used to be, well, they called themselves the rulers before the Lords of Rust came, but that very quickly changed afterwards. Their leadership was handed off to an ex-Smiler, I believe, even. There are, of course, the Smilers then, led by Marrow, who you are undoubtedly going to encounter. I would be very careful, though. She, in particular, is not the leader of a group for no reason. And neither am I, of course. As confident as you might be, she might be quite the handful. There are the Lords of Rust, of course, you've heard of those, with their many members. And one group, although they are hardly that anymore, they called themselves the Acolytes of Hellion. It does, however, appear that some time ago, perhaps a week, maybe two, something has upset Hellion rather a lot, so his acolytes had to suffer for it.
Oh, I wonder what that could be. There's an incredulous look on his face.
Oh. Maybe tell us about the place that we are going to assault then.
I can't tell you too much about the Smiler's headquarters, as my own people have not approached it in a long time now. I know that it is to the north, and I know that it is very difficult to miss.
Is it just another heap of scrap as well, or?
She raises an eyebrow. You are currently inside my home, do not forget that. I take offense to this being called a heap of scrap.
No, I didn't call your home a heap of scrap. I meant more about all the other structures around in the scrap wall.
In Scrapwall, everything is scrap. Otherwise, it wouldn't be Scrapwall. There are some odder structures, to say the least, in the east of town. But most things, well, they are made where they can be made. Caves dug where they can be dug, and sometimes they collapse too.
I don't have any more questions.
Not really. Seems like our course is set to go kill the Smilers. Get this lady's brother, and then,
Reap the rewards.
join the rat gang, and then we go beat up the other gangs, and then
I'm gonna get a cool rat tattoo. It's gonna be great.
gonna get
guess
the ring of rat fangs.
Rat tats.
Yeah, we could get the rings of rat fangs, right? Give us a bite attack with D4 and rat teeth.
I made Jake groan. I'm happy.
Oh my god.
Rattling gun.
Warp
guess-
Warp lightning cannon.
I guess we need to go in quickly before we get swarmed. Go in and out quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kind of want to swap my bow out for a crossbow because it does more damage and strength bonus.
Sure.
It doesn't really fuck me.
Ring of rat fangs. Where is this?
You look like a rat.
Well, if there's anything I can help you with otherwise, you know where to find me.
Could we, if need be, rest in these caverns somewhere? Is there room perhaps we could use?
If you find room, then you can rest here, certainly. I will try to reserve a spot for you, although it is rather cramped.
Thanks.
At least for those who are not used to this kind of living.
Yeah, I prefer not to sleep with the big dire rats over there. They seemed agitated.
That's their purpose. They are guard animals. But they are rather cute if you get to know them.
I don't know.
Well, if you say so.
Sure, I can't judge, I guess.
Pimian asks if they have like a quartermaster he could visit.
Not exactly. I suppose the closest thing to that would be me.
Oh, good. Well, then he would like to know if it's possible to swap his short bow for a light crossbow.
That should not be a problem. Certainly.
Excellent.
Probably your size as well, given the rats.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was hoping to find one here, because everyone here is small size.
Also, this lady's a big rat. If
Yeah.
you compare her to... Is that her husband up there? Maybe. Well, I am ready to go.
Don't really need to rest or anything.
No, I'm all full.
Yeah, basically.
Alright, away!
We
Away
go to
you
the
go.
Smiler's territory.
Do we get a guide with us or?
That's the least they can do.
I suppose I can send a guide with you, although you better bring him back alive, otherwise I would be rather upset.
I imagine he's just going to show us like where to go, and then he'll go home.
If he
You-
is still alive.
You underestimate the danger of going home.
Oh. Well, regardless.
Let's rumble.
I have a feeling she doesn't really believe we can do this.
No, she seems very like...
He's like, go try, please.
Yeah, you do that. I'm not gonna help, but
so
please
far,
try.
I'm not gonna put anything in your pot because
No.
that's gonna come back and bite me.
She
And
doesn't-
I horribly
She's like,
fail.
I love what you do. I'm not gonna help, but I love what you do. You know?
I mean,
She
it's
doesn't-
understandable, right? Because
Yes,
Yeah.
we
doesn't
probably would
trust
not.
us.
Like, you know, that's the thought. Okay, newcomers coming here thinking they're big shots. This
Oh,
town
sh-
full of criminals.
Oh, you shot an orc. Well done. You know.
Yeah, ooh.
As you leave the cave, you are followed by one of the red folk who gestures you to follow in return.
All right. What's the red folk's name?
The red folk does not tell you his name. Does not trust you.
Rude.
Oh, but if Shonda tells him her name.
You can just call him Squeaky.
Toothfang.
Oh, Squeaky.
He does stop in leading you, point towards the donkeys, and says, "You better hide those unless they get eaten."
Sure. Can we keep them in that reserved spot in your cave without them getting eaten?
He frowns. Not much space, but I suppose.
All right, Donkey 30, in you go.
Yep. Come on, Horace.
Oh, poor donkey just stuffed into a tiny hole in the ground.
It says
It says
on
that
the
they'll go
donkey
anywhere.
description that they will go anywhere. So
dungeons and stuff.
yeah, just toss them in there.
Gonna have to find food for it somehow.
As
It has
will-
like
I carry food.
oats, you know.
as the red folk will lead you this way on the Scrapwall map. If you are on this map.
Scrapwall map, you're saying?
Okay. Well, let's go.
Explaining that this is where the Red Tooth Raiders' current territory ends. Anything apart from here, it's dangerous to go.
So it's like this bubble here. That's
Mm-hmm.
He also points into a side passage coming up from this way. And don't go in there.
why
What's
not?
in there?
It's a dead end.
So why not go there?
Crazy hermit lady. Doesn't like visitors.
That sounds very interesting to me.
That sounds potentially. What does the crazy hermit lady do?
What crazy hermit ladies do?
Does
Tell
she
I don't
cast
know.
serious
spells?
prophecies.
I bet she's a witch, yeah.
Yeah, she's a cackling witch of the scrap wall.
Goes up to essentially the start of this bubble, as we call it.
We opened the danger, don't go here door.
As he points north and says, "That's where Smiler territory starts. If you just go north that way, you should eventually see a raised metal deck of sorts in front of a structure. That's the headquarters."
All right.
All right then.
Is there any monsters or anything? So she sort of points at the wasteland in front of them.
Sometimes.
Giant mechanical birds.
Oozes.
There's a big flying thing at night. It's dangerous to go out then, but don't think it shows up during the day.
Oh. Well, thanks for
Yeah. Hoarder dragon. Gathered all the scrap.
Clockwork Dragon.
It's all mine. I don't know when I might need this.
It's a magnetic dragon. Oh yeah, and the scrap dragon. It's the least powerful of the metallic dragons.
Or the strongest.
Well, I suppose we
Tin dragon.
go north to
All right, let's go.
stumble into danger. Unprepared and ready to be taught a lesson.
Whatever, I am so ready. What could possibly go wrong?
Maybe we can take them by surprise.
Could it even be worse?
Roll me a D100, someone.
Sure.
Dibs.
Okay,
I'm the lucky guy.
it's true.
It's true.
As you march over the open area towards the Smiler's headquarters, you do not quite succeed in getting there unseen. As, well, there are few people in this open area. There are some, and they are quite easy to identify as Smilers as they look towards you with a rather questioning look on their lipless faces.
Greetings.
Well, I suppose we hold out that little claw symbol and say we want to talk to Marrow. Right?
Yeah, that's how we get ourselves attacked? I don't know.
Probably not. They probably don't want to have trouble with the
Try and make you speak.
Frost.
This guy's
Oh
not.
no!
My good sir.
I can do it then.
No, I love you, Rothor, but please.
One of the Smilers approaches you, the others readying their pistols. She says, "Well, what do you want?"
We need to talk with Marrow. We have a message from the Lords of Rust.
"Oh, give me the message then, I'll tell her."
We need to tell her in person.
"And who are you to say that?" "Don't recognize you."
I'll step forward and says, "We're the people who are gonna skin you fucking alive if you don't move away now."
Roll me an intimidate check. Let's see. The Smiler looks somewhat shocked as he takes a 5 step back and pulls his pistol.
The Lords of Rust do not answer to you. Hellion sends us and tells us what we should do, and we're not here to make small talk. Move aside.
Got a deal with Hellion, and you are not part of it. There are no private messages for Marrow. You're probably new guys who want to make a name for themselves, aren't you? Well, we'll show you.
Shonda shoots him.
Yeah.
All right. Nobody is surprised here.
Nope.
Oh, what's with the initiative? God fucking damn it.
It works. I have so
I got it.
No, it didn't. Half the people didn't get an initiative.
You could re-roll it.
No, don't you do that again, Malachi.
One.
Last time.
Okay.
Oh, that is very low, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Rothor, I'm so sorry.
I don't like my position right now.
Get him, Kenrick. Wrestle him.
Henrik gets back first.
Freeze them all up.
Step behind Rothor for the cover and then start casting.
Step over here. And I mean, how far away are we from that building?
The building you think you can see at this point.
Okay. Well, how many of them have pistols?
All of them.
Oh dear. Oh, start casting that sleep spell.
Okay. This Smiler will see Keinrick chanting his arcane words and will shoot him. Actually, is he in range? No. Now he is. This will be against Keinrick, against touch.
You have mage armor on?
Yep.
That hits. Mage armor does not apply to touch.
Oh
though.
yeah, you're right.
Need shield
No.
for that.
That is 6 points of damage.
Concentration check.
Chandala.
Well, let's see. It was 4 that shot. Alright, let's shoot number 2. Shall we?
Flamethrowers.
Oh yeah!
That does hit.
Oh, that's a crap damage.
This Smiler will also shoot Keinrick. 7 points of damage.
Oh no! They're onto me.
Yeah, you're kind of very close to them. You're like you didn't
Yeah.
move very far.
Also, I
back,
still don't own
sadly.
your token. I have no idea how much. Oh, 9 of 22. Wow. Oof.
This Smiler will go here and shoot at Rofor.
I did want to grease them, but
Yeah.
maybe I should heal Kane. Right?
And miss. This Smiler will go over here and also shoot at Rofor. If I can get an attack frame open. There we go. And just hit.
Yep.
Demian.
So what do those gas grenades do? They like a DC 14 Fortitude or nauseated?
DC 14 Fortitude or nauseated for 1d4 plus 1 rounds. The gas lasts for 5 rounds.
There's an open space though. They're just gonna like walk out.
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
area.
They'll just walk out of it. What do you think then? Heal Kainrick or grease
Probably
two of them?
Kenrick.
Kind of low.
I will then walk up. Oh, I don't have any potions in the injector thing, the med lance, so just cure light wounds then.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Maximum cure.
Let's see. Zarin.
Is there anything I
Here,
can do on a
just
move
attack,
action?
right?
No.
Okay. Let's see. He had a thing, didn't he?
Oh, you know, as a move action, I will draw
I
my
can
crossbow,
Take
my
care
light
of them if you
crossbow.
want.
Okay, yeah.
No,
Go for it.
We're kind of the same fighting style, so we'll just go here and strike the guy.
Didn't
My
he have
God,
his,
he has a lot of. All right. Let's see here.
Didn't he have his bull focus or something though?
That's just auto, always on.
Okay.
Probably Masterwork Greatsword.
Yeah.
I know he has a
Just the
that.
masterwork one.
So it's a plus
Oh.
1 to hit then.
Yeah.
That's just a great sword. But that's
Yeah.
definitely a hit.
Old masterwork greatsword.
Yeah, he has a
Yes.
Masterwork Greatsword.
Oh yeah, yes. That's true.
This Smiler hasn't shot yet, so he'll step forward and shoot Rofor
Dick.
and miss. Rofor.
We're gonna touch for this. Here. And swing the sword.
That hits. 11 points. Kenrick, you have to make a concentration check. The DC is 10 plus the damage you have taken plus the spell level.
So
So
I'm just gonna roll some.
can't make it.
17.
He has taken 12 damage.
Oh,
So that is 23.
23, yep.
Can roll 20.
Relevant stat. Should I?
It's d20 plus caster level plus casting stat.
Okay, charisma. Caster level feat bonus. I guess feat bonus is 4. No, wait, I don't have 2 from my feat.
That makes it. The sleep goes off.
Can you get all those 4 ones there?
They're HD too, so I can get 1 and 5.
Yeah. Makes
1
sense.
and 5. Okay.
Well, I mean, you can target all of them, and then any of them
They-
that fail their saves.
No, you do have to target 2, I believe.
I think so too.
But
I'm not
they
sure.
certainly both fail.
I don't think so. Go to sleep now. Hush.
Great. Let's see.
Count the sheep.
Let's see. How long is my range on this thing?
I mean, it's the area. Oh wait, no. Okay, okay. The targeting is weird. You select creatures within the burst, not the whole burst. Okay. So okay, yeah, you're good.
See, oh wait, you still have your turn.
Yep. I'm going to move over here. And I will, let's see. Should I daze or shoot them?
I like days.
Yeah, I mean, there's no guys are in. We'll cast Daze on Smiler 2.
Okay.
It's 15 DC.
He will do his will save. And fail.
See, that's shutting down like 60% of the enemies.
Mm-hmm. Hope you can capitalize on that.
This guy will pull his dagger and try to stab at Rofal. And fail. Shandala.
Well, let's
They might start slapping each other.
slap. It's a slap fight. Let's shoot number 4. Seems like a good idea. Wow.
That hits. And he goes down.
Wonderful.
This guy's dazed. This guy's not dazed. Try to stab at Zarin. And hit for 2 points.
Yep.
Sleep, Pimian.
Do these guys look agile, particularly? Well, I guess at this
Don't
point there's not
waste
like a good
spells.
grease, so yeah.
Get
I'll
the
just
Daze
crossbow
guy.
them.
We'll meet people who are tougher than these guys, I'm sure.
Get the Daze
Yeah,
guy.
I know I'm going to.
Or heal me.
How much health have you lost?
I have lost 8.
Oh, yes, then I will heal you.
I mean, there's not a lot of fighting enemies left.
Yep.
Phew, that should do it.
That's pretty good. Anything else?
Okay,
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Zarin.
attack again. This time with the Master War Greatsword.
That does not hit. The Smiler is unconscious. Rofal.
Can I like finagle my way? No, doesn't seem to be. Well, technically that guy's still dazed, right? No?
He
Plus-
stopped being dazed. He had his turn.
Well, I guess I'll go over here. Strike at number 2 then.
That does not hit. Gainrick.
Move even further back here. And use my crossbow to shoot at Smiler 2. Firing into melee.
That not it. This guy's dead. Shandala.
Well, it's time to shoot at Smiler 2.
That hits his touch. The musket sound piercing the day.
Kaboom!
This guy doesn't feel so well. He would like to move away, and he will do so because he will withdraw. This guy is oblivious of his friend's current action, and will continue stabbing at Zarin, which is it for 4. These two are unconscious. Bemian.
In.
Don't let that guy
Um,
run.
Huh?
Don't let him run.
No. I'll be lucky for this. I want to get that bonus to hit. And
That is a hit.
Brilliant, Professor.
He stumbles slightly, but he's still running.
Determined.
Zarin?
Strike at this guy.
That is enough to down this guy.
oh, I'll reload on my turn too because it's a light crossbow.
Unconscious, roll fall.
I will run.
Charge him.
No, he's one too far away from me to charge him.
Your move speed is 25.
Yeah.
Ah.
I can only run twice, I think. So
You could throw your sword as an improvised weapon.
Worked for Raphael, if you remember.
can I, in heavy armor, can I run twice or 3 times?
I believe
Three.
it's 3 times.
It's
Okay.
it's 5 if you're in light and have the run feat. 4 normally and 3 in heavy
There.
armor.
Okay. Kenrick.
Damn it, I need to
Honestly,
reload.
just acid splashing.
It's too far away.
Shoot the guy.
I can't. I need to reload and move closer, so
Okay.
Okay. Chandala.
closer and reload.
Did someone say shoot?
Do it.
Is 50 feet still in your first range increment?
Nope.
Okay.
If you
just-
use a grit point, it is.
I can use a grid point, yes.
Do you get
But,
one if you kill him?
He-
Don't you get one if you kill him? No? Is that how it works?
I think it is. If you
no,
kill him,
actually,
or if
actually
it's the same way as panache.
I'm actually unsure if it's killing, but it might be. Let me take a quick look.
There's some free
I'm
grid
pretty sure
points
they
over
were
here.
generated in the same way as
Killing
panache.
blow gives.
Because you're
gives
gonna
punish.
execute 2 after this guy.
It's true.
Yeah.
Let's grit it up and extend double my range increment. And get him. Wow!
That hits. He goes down. Combat is over.
Yes, Chandala is musket
It
ocelot.
does say in the description for grit, though, that you don't restore grit for killing, like, unaware creatures that are damaged or, like...
Professor, wake him up.
You got that one anyway.
Yeah. Got
Are
that
you
grid
full?
point.
Just,
Yeah, I'm full.
do your thing.
You're full. Yeah, let's just kill them.
Kaboom! Kaboom!
They both take a bajillion damage.
And we take their masterwork leather armor.
I mean, I don't think we have time to start looting them.
I do.
I mean,
If
we're gonna get
everyone
swarmed.
helps...
Yep. We're gonna get swarmed if we don't do this mission quick.
They do have masterwork leather armors. Prying them out of their armor would take a little bit at least.
Yeah, and we don't have donkeys to carry them.
If they have gold pouches, I'll take those at least.
They do have a
Unless-
grand total of 7 silver discs.
Yep. And some interesting, like, any interesting things, like tech items that I see.
No.
But I doubt they have any there. Yeah.
Let's go kill the guy. I'm sure he has an armory full of this stuff anyway, so...
Does anyone need healing? Not really. Zarin,
Saren
maybe.
could use a little bit. He's missing 6 hit points. I'd probably do it. It's like a third of his hit points.
Yeah. I want to use a trauma kit for it, though. I want to save a couple spells.
Sure.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I will just take the 10 on it. Oh, Jesus.
How much?
2.
Oh,
Well,
it's absolutely terrible.
what we could do.
Yeah.
Oh well, let's go get him.
Okay, copy your tokens.
Done.
Torch should also be invisible. I have made a new map available for you.
Everything's black.
Yes. Yes, it is. Let me fix that.
Forbidden spell with blindness. Oh, yeah. Took a
Oh, hang on. Who deletes
Oh,
those?
no,
Okay, you got it.
I took him away. Mine was called 1. It's only fair.
So, to avoid the same problem with the cave as before, you would currently be in sight range and not as close as you appear, which is going to look a bit awkward because you're not on the actual map, but you'll see in a moment.
Oh, okay.
As in sight range, you certainly see what Redtooth described, a structure of some sort with a somewhat imposing looking metal front yard, some steps leading towards it, with a roof of perhaps once rather bright colors, but at this point they are just faded bits of cloth, essentially. Not really providing any sort of protection from the rain, but certainly looking like somewhat of a civilized place.
So how tall is the walls here, you say?
The walls of this place or the walls of Scrapwall?
The walls of this place.
It's definitely a one-story thing, unless it has dug itself upwards into the actual Scrapwall. The
Good.
steps are about less than 5 feet up.
So we could throw grenades over it.
We could.
Grenade?
It's a good greeting, just lob a grenade over the wall. Well,
We should probably... We don't have unlimited... we
No.
don't get new ones when we respawn,
Yeah,
so...
exactly.
I
I have
should just throw them
one-
willy-nilly.
I have 1 bang, 1 flash, and 2 gas.
well, let's go.
Timian would also
And a
spot
soft
a rather curious sight right above the doors, which seems to be a robot arm sticking out of the wall, which seems to still be holding some sort of rifle-looking object.
Ita båta, Captain Solo.
So,
Um,
Chandler,
It's
you,
like a
you on
syn-
that?
can I
Sure.
acknowledge engineering it?
You can, yes.
Does it look like an arm, or like a mounting?
It looks like an odd combination of both, really. That is enough to take a good guess at its purpose, at least. It's certainly a rifle of sorts.
Does
And
it seem
certainly
automatic?
seems to be able to move.
Okay, so it's a rotating rifle mount, basically.
Yes.
What kind of rifle is it, Cheap?
It's impossible to tell from this distance.
Impossible!
Is the rifle like attached to the mounting, or is it like latched? Like, is it a part of it or attached?
It's held by the dismembered
So-
robot arm that is the mount, essentially.
So it's removable.
One could
Theoretically.
assume that it might be possible with
Okay.
some knowledge of engineering.
Okay.
Oh, you got this? You're going to shoot the arm?
I
Good.
think I'm gonna take a guess here. I think it's some kind of sentry turret or remote controllable. Like
It looks like a robot arm, so you should shoot the arm. Or go and chop it off.
And there's only one of these?
There seems to be only one of these.
Okay, so a lone arm with a gun on it. It's hanging off the wall.
Oh, it could be a zombie arm. Because the Marrow is a necromancer, theoretically.
It's true.
It does look to be made out of metal.
Okay.
Shoot the
Also, currently, I would say that you are about 200 feet away.
Oh, okay.
If you
Well, that's-
wish to move closer, then tell me. Or just move closer, I suppose.
Well,
I'll,
at the very least, I will point out the rifle and remark that we should be wary of it.
I guess Shonda will try to creep closer.
Okay.
Let Rodor go first.
How close do you wish to creep?
80 feet away.
80 feet away. Okay. You creep forward and do manage to get to 80 feet away.
Can I now take a look at the gun?
You can actually. Let's say 70 because it works better.
Yeah.
You could roll me a perception check.
Sure.
It is not the kind of technological rifle that you've seen before. In fact, you wouldn't really be able to tell what it is. It looks pretty damn high tech, though, if a bit worn.
Time worn plasma rifle.
Do want. Is there any sensors, any strings, any bell nets, any bear traps, any alchemist fires visible?
There is a tiny red light visible on the mount. But other than that, there are no strings attached.
Okay.
You could try to shoot the light off.
Could I aim for the light specifically?
Shoot the hand.
Disarm it.
You could. I would let you try a thunder combat maneuver.
Maybe a gun would be too loud, though.
They
You could
heard
use
us
the
already,
Inferno
probably.
pistol. The Inferno pistol only, like, hisses, right?
Inferno pistol could work, yes. It's true.
It is quieter, that's true.
Alright, let's take the Inferno pistol.
We have plenty of ammo, so...
I'll try to shoot the arm, sort of melt through the arm so the gun falls off the arm. It's probably easier to hit than the light.
Give me a roll then.
No. Sadly, I didn't. I forgot to add the Inferno pistol to my my attack lineup, so I'll do a musket with a +1, basically.
Hang on, I will do... How do you do aid another? You make an attack roll, right? And then...
You have to be adjacent. I don't think you can do it in ranged attacks.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, yeah, you have to be adjacent to the enemy.
And
Yep, you're right.
Hoya!
Let's see, you do hit it, doing a bit of damage, and in return,
The Inferno pistol's damage is different, right?
Yes, it's fire.
Oh.
Oh, right, you haven't rolled damage yet. Do that for me, please.
Maximum
7 points of
damage.
fire damage. You do hit, and you do think that you also managed to hit the thing that you wanted to hit, and in response, the aperture beeps loudly, twice, in quick succession, as the entire thing will swivel towards Chandala and shoot.
We're attacking it now, right?
Apparently we are.
Oh.
Do you wish to go to initiative, or do you want to keep taking pot shots?
And why not destroy it?
Let's do initiative then. Chandala did get the first attack. Whoop. Actually, I should have sorted first.
Saren doesn't get initiative. Oh.
I forgot. The initiative is being really weird. Okay, Chandala went first. It would then be Pimien's turn.
Pimian will also try to aim at that, like the arm, where basically he'll see where Chandala shot and try to also shoot there.
You could do it, Professor. You actually
That's
can.
a hit.
Doink!
The arm looks definitely worse off for wear. Would then be Rofo's turn.
Well, I do what I do. Where is it, sir?
It would be right here.
Well,
Is it
run
above
up.
the door, or...?
I run up and is it slightly out of the wall?
It's slightly out and slightly up, but you can hit it.
So I'll be under it then, like as much into the wall as I can. Maybe it can't shoot me at that angle.
Okay. The thing which I have to actually now put somehow in front of Rofos, I can probably do it. Put in front. We'll swivel towards Chandala and start shooting.
Laser rifle.
Beams of bright red light shoot towards Chandala. This
Oh,
is
God.
versus touch.
It's semi-automatic.
It's pretty nasty. That is one hit, I believe. I'm in the weapon menu at the moment. I'll check in a little bit.
Yep, that's a hit.
Yes, one hit. So
Five.
five fire damage. Kenrick.
Hmm. How close do I need to get?
Pot shots?
Pretty close. uh, I mean, Pima's arrow did seem to do damage to it, so. Over here. Yep, that's close enough. And I will. Does it count as being shot into melee? I guess it does.
I guess it would, since Rofal is threatening it.
Yeah.
Did it provoke when it shot me from Rothor?
No, it wouldn't.
Oh.
And then it's not threatening, is it?
Yeah, it is, but it somehow doesn't have to deal with attack of opportunity.
Okay. Shoot it.
Go for it. That does not hit. Zaron?
Well, you can follow my example.
And Chandala.
Hang on. I'll shoot it back. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Just going to add the range increment. There we go. Hopefully this will actually work now. Oh yeah!
That... let's see. Is that in the right range increment?
I don't know. How far away is it?
You're currently 70 away.
Let me move up 10 and then spend a grit point.
Okay. Well, you don't need to spend a grit point to target touch. This weapon
it's
always
true.
targets touch.
That's true. It's always target. So let me move up there then. To get here to be in the first range increment, I think.
First range increment is
No.
30, so
It's just
this
outside.
this would be a 10 then, and that would not be enough to hit. Permian.
Let's see. I suppose I will shoot at it again, but it is in melee, so. Let's see. -4.
That does not hit. Roll 4.
Does it count as a robot?
It does, yes.
Yes, alright. Chop at the robot arm.
That is enough to hit it, and the entire aperture collapses to the ground.
Let's take a look at that gun.
It also stops functioning, which means combat is over.
Make sure
Gun!
to dismantle that arm, probably.
Professor, help me take the rifle out of the arm.
Will do. I will knowledge engineering it.
Self-destruct.
Go for it.
Kablamo.
To try to figure out the locking mechanism for the weapon.
Yeah, it is a... Well, it looks crude at first, but it is rather ingenious how this entire construction has been made, as it is cobbled together It is cobbled together out of the remains of a robot and a laser rifle. And while they are fused together rather, well, a lot, Permian does think he can manage to pry them back apart. That's the word. He does, however, think that the laser rifle has seen better days. It is time-worn and does not have too many charges left.
How many charges, Professor?
To be specific, it has 6 charges left.
Well, if there was a time to use those 5 charges
Yeah.
before we sell it.
Yep.
Well, we should save it because at later levels I'm going to take that Technomancer thing where I can like recharge time-worn items and use them.
Well, at later levels might have one.
Yeah, true.
If it's level 9, I hope I have a rifle at level 9, honestly. Otherwise I'm going to be pretty miffed.
Found the non-time-worn
Just-
stun baton.
Just stuck with this musket for 9 levels. That's going to be kind of boring.
Yeah.
You thought a gunslinger was supposed to be in this campaign?
There are no guns in this campaign.
Only money.
That you can't buy anything for because you can't force it.
Well,
And as you spend time dismantling the laser rifle right in front of the doors,
oh man,
Hey, wait.
opening them instead of like fucking put that thing in your backpack, right? No,
I'm gonna use it to shoot the necromancer.
sure.
Can we just hack the gun off and then, like, later get the hand
They'll
off of
take
it?
care of it. We'll take care of the door. Come on, Kyrie.
Can you post me the stats, sheep?
I can in a moment. But at this point, I would like to ask a question because we are past midnight and Grimmeth is not here. I
say
would
we
not
take,
exactly feel comfortable.
And we're at a good stopping point.
Yes.
Sure.
I would not feel comfortable going on at this particular point without everyone being present because,
Let's
well,
not then.
you'll find out.
Let's not then.
Oh, Grimmeth's here. Okay, we
feel-
could
you
then.
feel comfortable.
He's
I
able to
I
listen
still
at least.
I am still like I need to get up tomorrow.
Yeah, this is going to take a while if you want to
No,
do
I
the entire
can't.
thing.
I can't do.
The big reveal. There's gonna be like a tank in there.
Yes, it's a contra boss.
With aliens.
All
All right. Yep. We can stop here and then prepare to fight more next session. Gonna kill more things.
Obligatory, did we level up question?
Level.
Yes, that's
Yay!
possible.
Excellent.
Man,
This is the
Sheep.
best level.
Sheep.
Yes.
I'm gonna take average HP.
Okay.
But if
I like to live on the edge.
I need to
You
roll because if
people.
I don't roll, then I'll
You
forever
people.
be below average. Come on.
You people.
Don't screw me. No.
Yes, average.
I can never do
Average.
this.
I'm sorry, Manikai.
I should just.
There.
Trades a
There we go.
mistress. Oh man.
There we go. Cordoon got one.
Maybe sometime we can retrain the hit points to be average.
Maybe we find that
No.
wine from Forsaken Throne. Can take a few glugs of that.
Or sorcerer.
Well, Kenrick is
At
actually
least it's
quite
level
buff.
4, you know. So
You know?
so maybe I will be a wimpy HP version of a true barbarian, but
With enough DPS.
yeah,
Now the range increment for
but
laser.
like a glorious death, and then
Fucking envelope. Go away.
We heard that you were trying to play a tabletop system. Would you like to know more?
we also get a stat point.
It's true, we do get a stat point.
18 strength.
Maximum power!
Nobody guessed that.
No.
Increase
Thought it was
my
gonna put
intelligence to
charisma.
11. I am good at
Just to
charisma.
11. It's gonna be worst. It's like
And-
the worst.
At this point, I would like to say a few things about Book 2, which we're currently in. It is very much sandbox, which I don't have as much experience with as I'd like. Chances are that there will be situations, that there have been situations where you're kind of lost, and it might be my fault, but I'll try to make it better.
Works for me.
But whenever we're lost, we're gonna go kill people because this is a city where
Yeah.
it's like
We
the
are
perfect
adventurers.
NPC city. There's no authority to tell us not to. Like there's no good people, so everyone. I mean, even the rats are probably like peddling drugs to children and whatnot.
Probably.
So like we don't have to feel bad ever about anything, and we can loot whatever we grab because that's the rule. Like
Already looted so much.
like literally, it's just like might makes right. And that is to PCs. I mean, this is what we do, right? This is what we crave, what we live for. Murder, death.
I posted you the stat block, by the way.
Do we get our abilities immediately then outside this door?
Yes.
Can you put it also to me or in the group chat so I can put it on the doc?
Oh, I now have issue materials.
Bah!
And also
have you had a material pouch up until now?
No, I've not cast anything ever because I can't.
All right.
But now Fate allows me to.
Oh, it's destiny.
Now I know second level spells.
I'm now a Fated Blood Rager.
How many charges is in the rifle you say, Sheep? 6?
6.
6.
Oh,
Podcast.
Yeah, the laser rifle also has the automatic special property, which means it has 3 modes. I think I have mentioned that before. Single shot, semi-automatic, which is like rapid shot, and fully auto, which I believe is a new thing. Firing a weapon in fully auto takes, let me see, 5 charges, I believe. Actually, it takes 10, so you couldn't
never
do
mind.
it. But assuming that you could, it would attack all things in a line at a
okay.
-2 penalty.
Okay. Is there... there we go. When you select rapid shot at the attack frame, which one do you pick?
The
The
minus
minus
2
2.
one.
-2 1. No.
That's a pretty dumb attack, but you couldn't help it.
Come on, I know you have the potential. 2 9s, that's pretty decent.
That is also fire damage.
Yes.
I get to have 2 spells known.
So
Cheetah
we
sprint.
we
Cheetah
will
sprint.
have a session next week, but we will not have one on the 29th.
Okay.
I gain a rogue talent.
So our goal in
Congratulations.
Scrapwall is to rule Scrapwall at the end.
Yes. Kill everything.
Conquer, and Rome
I
has
wonder if there's a rogue
conquered.
talent that
Sounds like it's
lets me take a feat.
It is, as you said, a perfect adventure town because there's no one to
These
tell us not
rats will
to.
be our puny minions, groveling at our feet.
Yeah, and we say, yes, master, of course.
Of course, master.
Glorious master.
Now we have a god as well.
I am a generous god.
Mighty and furious.
It's true.
What's here? What spell to know? I mean, shield is a pretty good spell to know.
Shield is a good spell to know.
Stable of people who don't use shields. What else? I mean, I suppose cheetah sprint isn't really a bad one.
Cheetah sprint is really good.
Swift action cast.
It's really good.
I move
It
a total
saved us.
distance up to 10 times.
It totally saved us down in the abyss.
Charge distance.
At
That would
level
make me charge 250 feet.
at level 16, it saved our skin.
Alright, I'm going
That
to take
is-
cheetah sprint and shield for my spells. Cheetah sprint.
What's the long
Yes.
arm thing that Bollard used? Is that...
He used his
Just the
bloodline
spell long
power.
arm.
Oh,
Well, no, but there's also a spell called long arm
Yeah,
that I used as a buff.
on top of the other one.
Yeah, my
Extra
ideal
Extra sloppy arm.
buffing scenario for range was enlarged person, long arm, and my rage thing to give me plus 15 feet.
To 20 feet.
Yep.
Like, woo, sticking in your face.
bliggity bliggity blue.
And I have 2 castings, and I know 2 spells. So, there we go.
Attribute point
Count as a
increase.
arcane caster.
What do I get at level 4? Nothing! It is an utterly... Well, I got a bonus feat actually, so something!
I can take for my rogue talent, if you guys think it might be a good idea, black market connections, which means I treat every settlement as one size greater for determining the gold value of like
That
items to
is
sell.
quite possibly one of the worst, if not the worst, rogue talent in existence.
Nah, it's thematic.
It's awful.
It is pretty awful.
It assigns mechanics to something that didn't previously have mechanics and then makes them dreadful.
Also, speaking of mechanics, Scrapwall is not considered a city or town.
Ah.
It's a
All
war zone.
settlements.
Because it doesn't have any shops or government or anything, really. It's just like Yeah. Cave system. Just a jungle, man.
I've seen some shit.
There we go. Do I really get like +2 per level of those things? That becomes a lot very quickly. Yeah, 2 additional rounds per level. Oh. At some point, I'm never going to run out of rage rounds. Ever.
Yeah, Ballard was to that point for sure.
I think I had only 16 in total with Chiron, and that always lasted me the entire day.
So I could take a rapid shot now.
That would allow you to fire 3 times in a round with your laser rifle.
Yeah, you'd get a -4 though.
Below
-6.
like half the charges and
I wish it was possible to take like skill focus as a rogue talent. But you
okay. Can't you take that? No, you get that other skill thing.
Is this a feat level?
No.
No.
The archaeologist gets a rogue talent at level 4.
The gunslinger gets a bonus feat.
Let's just up all these things. So 18.
I could get a ninja trick. I wonder if there are any good ninja tricks that let me take skill focus.
There is that ninja trick to turn yourself invisible.
Professor and any like frozen smoke bomb.
I'll take rapid shot for my bonus feat. Fortune save goes up.
I could retrain my lingering performance into skill focus, you know, so that I could take the technomancer earlier, but then my luck would only be for 1 round instead of 3, which I don't know if it's worth it. You know.
Oh yeah, Kyric gets level 2 spells now.
It's true.
Yeah. So does
Unlimited
Simeon.
power!
I could make a pit.
Yeah, the pit is great. I love the pit. And then glitter dust, so they sparkle.
Zarim has that covered.
Oh, it does?
You didn't have that spell?
No, that's fairy fire.
But you could also cast Miserable Pity, which makes other people not want to attack you because they think you're weak and pathetic.
What about that
Works here,
laughter
doesn't it?
spell? Make some
Laughter.
robots laugh.
Ho ho! That would be pretty funny. Just, I don't know, this feeling, just...
This robot is laughing.
There's a Roomba is
Very
laughing at
unsettling.
me.
I've never heard such a sound.
It's actually driving me crazy.
Possible.
I'm actually afraid.
Also worth saying, just as I'm seeing this, protection from arrows only specifies ranged weapons.
Yes,
So it would actually work against like laser rifles.
it's true.
Maybe you take protection.
As long as they don't consider it be magical.
Hey, do you heal all hit points when you level up?
Yes.
You heal, yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah,
Crap.
the SRD being kind of slow for you. Oh, never mind, it's better now. It was a second ago, taking forever to load pages.
See, I can take a dare. None of these are really good. Run like hell.
I don't really know which skills to go for anymore.
There we go. Oh yeah, skills. Just maxing intimidate seems like the thing to do. And keep acrobatics up there
Ooh,
too.
pretty cool.
'cause-
What do you think of this? Run like hell. If my grit pool goes to 0, my speed increases by 10 feet. I retain my dexterity bonus to my AC while running, and I regain 1 grit point or panache the first time I am more than 100 feet away from the closest enemy. I basically just run like hell, get away, and then I get a grit point.
Suppose you could do that.
It's pretty funny.
Oh, this would be a very expensive spell, but I could. There's a spell here, Bullet Ward. Basically, I get a number of adamantine bullets protecting me from firearm attacks that is equal to half my caster level, but they cost 61 gold each.
Yeah, it's not.
But
When
I can,
you're-
as an immediate action, when I get shot at by a firearm, I can designate it to attempt to block the attack and get myself plus 10 AC versus that attack.
I would say this, when it comes to adamantine bullets, it was very useful for Zacharias, but that was when we invaded the Vale and was like level 12 or something, and I had the money
No, they
to
just
actually
hover
afford
around me,
it.
though.
No, but I mean, like, you need to. The component cost for such a spell is
Oh,
high.
yeah,
But I
exactly.
used like adamantine bullets for my pellet blast spell
Hmm.
to take out golems and stuff.
Is fly a skill that you should put points into?
Not
If you
that
want to fly at some point.
Fly
Well,
is a skill that you cannot put points in yet, because you can only train a skill if you have a reliable means of practicing.
Mm.
And practicing flying without actually flying is very difficult.
Jump really high.
hop off towers and stuff. Whee! Well, there it goes again. Oh no.
What did you guys roll for HP?
I took
One.
damage. And I put all my level up bonus into HP as well. So I'm actually at
And
medium.
look, you've got like 12 and you lower hit die, and I'm still almost just the same as you.
But you still have more, and especially if you rage, you have plenty.
How many ones have you rolled, Monica?
One, and then just a below average instead.
I'm so sorry.
See if I can calculate my average. Just to know how much I'm down.
I guess you don't need handle animal really.
No.
Or riding.
If we
Ooh,
get into a
this-
riding race.
This could be a super good second level spell. Thunderfire. You basically target any firearm, even if it's not loaded, and every creature within 15 feet of that firearm must succeed at a fortitude save or be deafened for a minute, and the wielder of the firearm takes a -4 on it.
Oh, I have completely forgot to break this recording into episodes properly. This last thing is going to be like 2.5 hours, I think. Oh well.
Or you can just edit.
What? I did not just hear you say that to me.
I am 13, or more like 30% less than average.
Harley
Oh, it
still that
increases
purist.
his misfire range by 1 as well.
Let's fix the skill points. You actually get a decent chunk of skill points as a gunslinger. It's not much, you know, but
Could.
but you're not like a paladin, you know. It's just like 1 skill point or something.
Should I put the point into sense motive, perception, or diplomacy?
Diplomacy or sense motive, I would say. Perception is like the most useful skill in the game, but we have potentially other people who covers that.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
don't think
yeah,
we
I'm
have.
taking it.
I'm 0 at perception and sense motive.
Yep. Is sense motive a class skill for you?
Nope.
Oh.
Every perception check I rolled for Pimian, he always got a 25 or higher. It's ridiculous.
You
The
were
professor
rolling
is
rather
very
well, I think.
attentive, you know.
My perception. Well, okay, never mind. My perception's plus 11, so
Brilliant, professor.
and that's before I put poison at like this level.
Maybe appraise.
So
Nah.
So I get 2 spells this level. One's to consider. Keep in mind my DCs are absurdly low. Glitter dust, shatter, silence, cure moderate wounds, invisibility.
Cure moderate wounds. Yes, take it because we
Yeah.
need a healing. I'm sorry.
You have
but
expended
that's just,
your.
No, I was going to anyway. I just,
It's not glamorous, but in our
Yeah,
current
exactly.
situation.
Yeah.
Then
So shatter, silence, invisibility, glitter dust. Those were what I was thinking of.
silence doesn't have a save to it if you cast it on an area, right?
I don't.
Yes, it does not. But they can just move out
Yeah.
of it.
Well, you know, casting it on an open field doesn't work, but we know what
Well,
silence
we
did
could
for
cast
us.
it on us, and then your gun
Yeah.
is stealthy.
Exactly. Put it on my gun. And then we sneak in. Which is very useful. It did save our bacon against that fire wizard in Ballantine.
Yeah.
And a couple of other places as well. Silence is very, very handy.
Let's see what else there is. I've just been kind of skimming.
I don't know the bard list that well, honestly.
It's kind of weird, actually.
It is. I can imagine that much.
Mirror image, maybe. But I don't know how useful that would be for myself, because I don't really get attacked. Pyrotechnics.
I felt like that before
If
this
my
section.
turn is directly after yours, I could cast pyrotechnics on your gun gun
Don't
flame.
cast pyrotechnics on my gun. I will go blind if you do that.
Yeah.
Pyrotechnics is a real fun spell. It is an excellent lockdown spell of like there's archers on the ledge. It's like, do they have a torch? Why, yes, they do. It's like, and it's just, well, there goes the archers. They can't do anything
Yeah, I mean, the
forever now.
DC is 13, though.
Yeah, well, but the gas, the like smoke and stuff blocks line of sight, and there's no save for that. So that's what you do. It's not really for the blind. It's more that you just block huge swaths of ranged people
True.
to do stuff. So that's an interesting spell in that case.
I'm wondering if there's any good, like, tech spells, But I'm not seeing any. I also haven't looked particularly hard.
Most of the tech spells are not in the in the actual spell list. I can take a look for you and give you any potential options here.
Okay.
Since I have access to the book.
Yeah.
The book.
I'm browsing through 2nd level bard spells.
Let's see. There's detect radiation, which is a 1st level bard spell. Discharge would be a 3rd level bard spell, which dissipates the charges from one technical object, temporarily depowering one electrical.
Yes.
It makes things have less charges temporarily.
That seems incredibly unhelpful.
Let's see. If the spell targets an object with charges, the object loses all of its remaining charges. If the object is powered by electrical means other than charge, its functions are suppressed for 1d4 rounds.
Look at this shit. Look at those.
If the target is a robot, the robot is staggered and cannot use any energy-based attacks for 1d4 rounds.
That actually seems kind of good.
Almost incredible.
Like,
damage.
all of its charges gone. And it's on an item, so the item doesn't make a save, really, does it?
Only unattended items can be targeted. Otherwise, you target a creature, and if it's not a robot, it's a random item in its possession.
I don't know. That sounds.
Okay. Yeah, never mind.
Let's see, what other? That's Sorcerer and Cleric. There's Recharge, which is a 2nd level bard spell.
What does that do? I'm assuming.
Let's see. You restore up to 1 charge per level to a battery, or half that number of charges to a technological item capable of being charged by a battery.
That
So
could be useful.
no time 1 items.
Right.
Could be useful.
If you recharge a battery, there's a 20% chance that the battery is destroyed by the attempt.
Oh.
If you
What
restore more
percent?
charges, 20%.
Oh,
If you restore more charges than the item can hold, the item must succeed at a fortitude saving throw or take 1d6 points of electricity damage for each excess charge.
yeah, that doesn't seem as good.
No.
20% that the battery is just destroyed.
Yeah,
Can items be destroyed by that?
No.
Okay,
Well, yes,
so,
if you exceed the maximum amount of
well,
charges.
yeah.
but-
So we know how many charges something
Oh.
has, so we just don't use it unless.
One important detail, it costs 500 gold per casting.
Ah!
Oh.
Oh,
ooh,
God.
Yeah.
No,
Nope.
no.
Nope.
That is
Not gonna happen. I think I'll just go with silence. Or
good old silence.
I already took all my first level spells. I can't take detect radiation.
Maybe you can swap. You can level up. Sometimes you
At
can
fifth
swap a
level,
spell.
I can swap.
Isn't it at level 4 and every 4 levels?
It's
thereafter?
fifth.
Every
I was
4
just
levels.
looking at it.
I don't know. I've always
I
just
think
said,
for sorcerer it's every 4th level.
okay. I've just said usually. I guess that
it's-
was a house rule I did years ago then, because I've always done it
It's-
every level. You can do a swap of a spell if you want.
So,
Yeah, it says for bards
Cordun, that's
upon
actually
reaching
relevant
fifth
for
and
you.
at every third after that.
Cordun,
Yes, I heard.
okay.
But I don't really have a spell I would like to switch out.
Time for
At least
sleep
my
to
level.
go away.
Yeah, it's
It's
4th level
almost-
and every
almost.
even-numbered sorcerer level after that. So, yeah.
Almost time for sleep to go away.
I mean, it's still useful. It's still my
Still
best
useful.
spell.
Well, you have level 2 spells now, so those spells are gonna be rocking.
I only get one.
But it's gonna be so good. That pit.
You can cast it 3 times.
People will fall into that pit and they will
Actually,
feel
4.
like idiots. It's true, he has a bonus.
4 times even.
4 pits. Can you imagine the lockdown you will do? It's like, oh no, the big evil monster is sharding through the door. And you're like, well, pit the door. And the monster's like, whee!
What's
down
the
the pit and
casting
he's gone.
time on that thing anyway?
It's a standard action.
Are you sure?
Nope.
Yeah. Oh well, actually, no.
You could also get commune with birds.
Come to me, my feathery friend.
I actually have a question for sheep. I mean, this geography, astronomy knowledge skill, like, is it gonna be like used at all? Because I don't want
Knowledge
to.
geography is one of the least used skills. It's very relevant if you do like sailors would use it a lot to navigate, but you rarely cross the distances required for you to actually have to know geography to get somewhere.
Yeah, I was just wondering because the guide thing at the beginning said that.
Oh yeah, in addition to that, it's used for astronomy, which may come up.
Okay, because I don't want to like waste points in putting into this if it doesn't come up at all.
Astronomy may come up. Probably not in Scrapwall. Or who knows? I don't. Actually, I do, but... Oh.
If you don't, I'm kind of like,
I don't know nothing. I'm improvising all of this.
Oh,
This
I
is
see.
not even Iron Gods anymore. This
This is sheep gods.
He's been drawing all of this.
I'm just kind of doing things in Photoshop and trying to put them into the story.
Bad times
Because-
ahead. or something.
We
have-
leveled up and gained our hit points back, but we wouldn't regain spells or anything, right? That's still resting.
Yes.
And I wouldn't have access to any of my new spells until resting either, right?
You can have access to your new spells.
Okay, cool.
New
I think that's
spells.
fine.
The thing with that knowledge skill is that I only have 3 knowledge skills. One is Arcana, Engineering, and Geography. And Engineering seems to be Pimian's thing from now on, and also Zarin's, he has a better one than me. So it's just Arcana and Geography for me anymore. And I don't know how good Arcana will be.
Arcana is like one of the most used, usually.
Yeah.
But so far we've only
Like
got to use it
anything,
once.
anything magical at all is Arcana.
Yeah, out of the knowledge skills, I think the least useful ones are probably nobility. And, well, geography, I wouldn't call it... well, it's definitely one of the least used, but not the least important.
Yeah, I would like to put points into it because of astronomy and because of my campaign trait.
I'm putting points into craft mechanical when it holds no value to me currently. So take that as you will.
Yeah, but it's going to be good.
Well, sure, but I also have 3 points in profession archaeology, and I'm putting a 4th one this level. Haven't made a single archaeology check. Take what's relevant to you, not your character.
Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Well,
sometimes
your
you need
character
to.
is like,
Sometimes you just need to
like-
metagame because since you made your character without really knowing what was going to be useful or like even relevant in the campaign, because everything is very secret at the start of a campaign. Sometimes you sort of need to just override and say, you know what, that concept I had in my head, I might need to tweak it to be able to function and do like stuff in the campaign.
That said, we are in session 6, 7, 6?
6.
out of
6?
a lot, so...
Out of quite a few more. There, I will tell you right now, the books differ drastically.
This is
Take
our
take that however you want to take that.
this is our
but
Mad
that's-
Max gang book.
Yeah.
We're gonna Lord Erectus is gonna be in here.
Yeah, certainly haven't met that many either,
I haven't used my Technic League
that
trait much.
Met a few robots.
Yeah, quite a few robots, I'd say.
Robots.
But I think that's level up for Shonda. Well, Gesundheit to Tina.
Huh.
The loudest sneeze in the northern hemisphere.
Does that mean that everyone else in the northern hemisphere is really quiet,
I sneeze
Sneezer?
loud, boys.
or that everyone in the southern hemisphere is a really loud sneezer?
That's what I meant. It was an insult to the southern hemisphere.
Oh, okay, I can accept that.
Southern plebs.
Bring it. Actually, don't.
Please don't.
Please don't bring
I
it.
think our current policy, to get back to that, would rather say, yeah,
Please don't get
bring
back to that
anything.
either. No, because you're gonna steal it. You have cops who will pry the gold out of my mouth if I go there.
Yes, I find that offensive. Please retract your statement.
I read it in the newspaper. He was like blonde and smiling and very Danish.
I'm
He
going
was
to
probably
shut down the
named
server
Preben.
in like a
Oh, hold
minute.
up, I need to do skills.
I need to save
Fine.
my character
All
token. if
updated.
please. And also, you can't shut down the server ship.
That's true, actually. I can just leave. Fuck you guys.
They never received the saved version. I've had that happen. It's like, can I
Oh.
have it, please?
I'm like, what? Oh,
Oh,
Well,
that?
I can apparently save the campaign, so that.
I can
Where
you
am
can
I
save
saving
things
this?
to my computer. Wait, what?
No, I can't do it.
Well, you just send me the save later, so please.
I'll do it.
Oh, also, have I
You
mentioned
could
that I
save
have
it a
like,
million times and take all this space.
Have I mentioned that I have 4 ranks in diplomacy?
What?
Did I mention that I have diplomacy trained?
What?
I have 4 ranks and
I didn't realize until now. I forgot I was
should
level.
Why
have
you haven't-
stepped up.
Yeah, you have
Yeah, I'm not-
misused your authority, Professor, by not
I
using
forgot
it.
that I was leveling it.
Professor! You've taken speech lessons, like being nice to people in town. Well, hello there. I am Professor.
Well, also he was like a professor, like a legitimate like school
Well,
teacher. So
you know, a professor in my my
Don't have to
experience
be
does not
charismatic.
really have to be very charismatic or diplomatic.
it's true.
What
They
you
can
need
be-
is
Actually,
intimidate.
seems to that mostly, at least biology professors, are not.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of professors that are not
All
nice
chemistry
people.
It's like, well, this guy's sort of a dick, actually.
you know, maybe they congregate a bit into the natural sciences. I'm just saying, I'm not,
I
you
don't
know.
care about teaching,
Yeah,
but I have to because of that's the rule.
You will learn this
So-
rock if you like it or not.
they are a bit better in the humanities. I gotta say that, but but not incredibly much, probably.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's very rare that you
Then
run.
there's those who's like,
You know.
so today, just before we begin, I want to show you this video of this sloth. And then he puts the video of the sloth up there, and the sloth doing some dumb thing, and then he's like, look at that sloth. Oh, animals.
Now for the tests.
Those are the good professors.
You all failed.
It's like,
See, Monday.
you know, we'll be fine, the exam. I usually don't fail. As long
my
as they're not
main
completely behind.
my main lecturer in design, like study design, like science, like the method of designing scientific research, basically. The main lecturer there, his lectures are a cavalcade of like Monty Python references. That's his thing, what he does. It's
Does he
pretty
do
great.
silly walks?
It's pretty great. No, but he has like videos that Monty Python stuff that he sort of uses to sort of push home points. It's pretty great, actually.
One of my lecturers basically started the first lecture by saying, "This nobody appreciates this topic, so I'm gonna fail everyone, and you can like maybe like 10% of you are gonna pass." And here we have the statistics from the last couple of years where you can see that, okay, last year 30% passed, but I was being really nice then.
Oh yeah, like the professors,
asshole.
like the professors who go, look to your left, now look to your right. 2 of those people are going to disappear.
Yeah.
Or something
Two
like
of
that.
those people to your left and right.
Yeah.
Just 2.
Out of the 3 people, including you and your
Basically-
neighbors, 2 are going to fail.
Basically,
This is a contest.
that's the academic equivalent of like the Joker recruitment method of breaking the pool cue in half, you know, and you're tossing it on the floor like, here we go. We have 1 opening. It's 2 of you. Sort it out.
So for my rogue talent, I might take Canny Observer, which gives me a +4 bonus to perception checks. And then I would have +16.
That is a lot of that's Sakurai's level of perception. Yeah, it's so much in his damn perception. It was ridiculous. He had like a monocle and like, yeah.
My best skill is Intimidate with 9.
What is my...
My best skill is perception with a 10. My acrobatics with an 11 actually.
I have 4 acrobatics in my full plate.
Why did my attack only use 1 BAB?
I might
Have to.
change.
Did you forget to upgrade your Bab?
I did. It's up 2.
I might change out my melee weapon and then get the weapon finesse talent, so that I can hit better in melee.
But how much melee are you going to be doing?
Yeah, I don't think.
Well, I mean, it's a rogue talent. It's not like it's a feat or something.
The rogue
I
talent
get
is very useful though.
Well, yeah,
You
they're,
have the
they're
one that's a
useful, but
feat?
like, no, there isn't one that's just get a feat. There's one that's get a combat feat. Which,
Is
you
the
know.
one that's just like a feat? No?
No,
Let me take a look at the rogue talents.
there might be an advanced rogue talent that's just take a feat.
There we go.
Probably that's it.
Guess it was using the old token for the attacks.
See, that's suddenly something that might be. Why don't we take Assault Leader?
How about Trap Spotter? Can you take that?
It's once per day. Ugh.
Jake?
Huh? What?
Trap Spotter.
TTT trap spotter.
You could.
Oh, wow.
How do you have a good intelligence? Oh, damn it! You don't have sneak attack, do you?
No, I wanted to do the bomber one, but I could take then a couple levels later. I could make the bombs. They wouldn't do any damage, but I could use them to get the alchemist discoveries that modify bombs, and then they would still do those. So I could still make smoke bombs and stuff.
Yeah, but you would have pretty horrible bombs that don't do any damage.
Slow
And the
reaction.
DC of them probably be pretty bad too.
Yeah, there is an advanced talent that's just get a feat.
Yeah.
But I don't gain advanced talents until 12th level.
Can you get
You
Trap
could do
Spotter?
the Charmer. Roll 2 dice when using diplomacy and take the better result. If you want to use that sort of thing.
Maybe.
That's once per day as well. God damn it. It's useless.
Stop ignoring me, people.
I heard you. I'm considering it. It's a good one. Especially with my perception.
Yes. because then sheep can't surprise us with traps if you go first.
Well, I can't be surprised anyway.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like the trap goes up to you and says boo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't know what's coming.
The horrible boo trap.
Stand in front of the door and take the gun, and then
An arm comes out of the door and shoots you.
I could take stand up from prone for free. That's
You've
pretty good.
you've never been prone.
Yeah, but it's
why
going to
don't
happen
you take
eventually with my health.
firearm training?
Because I get that for free with
Oh.
the Technomancer thing.
You couldn't get it now and then retrain it later?
I could, I guess. The thing with the Technomancer thing, though, is that I need to take skill focus and knowledge engineering for that. And
You want to have a skill focus then. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm taking crafting feats at every level up until, like, 11th. Or no, even at 11th, I'll take the one that I didn't take at 9th.
Well, you'll have to cut one of those out then.
Right, well, I was also thinking, we want the tech arms and armor thing, right? But also, we can only make stuff that we've already, found.
What's your early feat?
Lingering performance, my level 1 feat
yeah.
which lets me do lucky for 3.
All right, guys.
And then my second level feat, or my level 3 feat was technologist.
You have 5 minutes to finish up your tokens.
Mine is finished. I'm considering
I don't think
ditching
they'll
the
robot that long.
luckiness.
I mean, the thing is, yeah, you want to get your prestige class. It has 10 levels of it, so you kind of want to, the sooner the better.
Yeah, I could start taking. I'm never going to get the 10th level, no matter what happens. I literally cannot get the 10th level because I can only take it at 7th. Or no, I think I can only take it at 8th because it requires 3rd level spells, which I don't get until 7th as Bard. So I'll never get the all of it, but
Can you wear? There is that sorcerer robe that counts you as a full spellcaster for the purposes of bloodline stuff, like Chiron.
Isn't it
had
just
that.
+4 to your blood?
Yeah, but if
calculate
you,
your bloodline?
can you use that to sort of trick the prestige class maybe?
probably not, because then I would lose all my prestige class levels if I ever took the cloak off.
As it don't, you make it into slotless and it hovers behind you.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to
things hard.
Just
I'm
trying
not
to
trying
help
to
him
do
to
that.
get so he can get his 10 levels in the prestige class he wants. I'm just suggesting silly things.
No, I'm never going to get the 10 levels. I know that. And besides, the last few levels aren't the best ones anyway.
Well, all right then. Everyone is disconnecting, so I guess I'll shut down the server here. And that is also it for the stream. Thank you everyone for watching. We will see you tomorrow night. Well, it will be a tournament, maybe, or planning for a tournament at least. Who knows? It's gonna be nice to enjoy a victory. Dustin might sleep for the entire session. We'll see. Nothing bad is ever gonna happen again. It's gonna be great. But yeah, see you next week for more Iron Gods. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.